anime, popular game characters, or simply adore all things cute, we offer collectibles that delight fans of all ages. Don't miss out! See you at Level Up by Bandai Namco in Angel Stadium's right field pavilion. Let's play ball!
AM 830 KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
This is the Angels pregame show on Angels Radio and on the AM 830 radio app.
2-2, and Taylor Ward swings at that one and lifts a ball high and deep down the left field side, and that ball is out of here! That is a grand slam for Taylor Ward! The game is no longer tied.
With a preview of today's game, including the starting lineups and countdown to first pitch, the Angels pregame show is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Angels baseball is back. It's the Halos in Philadelphia tonight, 3:45 scheduled first pitch from Citizens Bank Park. My name is Trent Rush, welcoming you to the Angels pregame show that's being brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Well, after the Angels were able to take 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks, they dropped the finale on Sunday, got 4 days to rest, and now are ready to resume the final 66 games of the season. The Angels come in 47-49 on the year. The Phillies at 55-41. Philadelphia currently leads the National League East by half a game. The Angels are 9 games back of the Astros in the AL West, but just 4 games out of a playoff spot, which takes us to what's on tap today, presented by Modelo, brewed with the finest ingredients for a taste that is pure gold. Well, the Angels will be using their bullpen today in a pretty heavy dose for the whole game. As a matter of fact, it's a bullpen day for the Angels. Ryan Zefferjan will be the first one out of the gate to get things going for the Halos on the mound. Meanwhile, Jesus Luzardo is coming off a tremendous start for the Phillies when they were in San Francisco. Gave up just 3 hits and 7 scoreless, punched out 7, walked just a batter. A nice bounce back for him after really struggling against the Reds. His outing before that, where he gave up 6 runs in 2+ innings. So, which Jesus Luzardo will the Angels see tonight? We'll find out. We do know the Phillies have been tough to beat at home. They have the 5th best home win percentage in baseball, so it's going to be tough to get to Philadelphia. It's a big day in the city of brotherly love, as well as Philadelphia will be getting the 2026 All-Star Game, so there's a bit of a celebration for that at Citizens Bank Park. It's also a homecoming for Mike Trout, who grew up less than an hour away from Philadelphia in Millville, New Jersey, South Philly guy. And Mike Trout has been doing a really good job getting on base as of late. And you look at what he's done the last month, getting on base at a higher clip than anybody else in the game of baseball. His last 19 games, more walks and strikeouts, on base 470 in that span. Had a 10-game stretch going into the break where he homered 4 times, drove in 9. So that's a good sign for the Angels that he is going. We're going to hear from Mike Trout coming up in just a little bit. As for today's health report, that's brought to you by Miller Children's and Women's Hospital. Help kids stay healthy by balancing screen time with outdoor play. Apply sunscreen, stay hydrated, and enjoy shade. Well, as far as Yoan Moncada's status goes, Moncada is not in the Angels lineup today. Kevin Newman is, and he's going to be at third base for the Angels. Moncada dealing with some knee soreness, which had him on the IL for a while, and he did come out of Sunday's game against Arizona with some more soreness there. So no Moncada in the lineup. I know Chris Taylor is in Arizona beginning his rehab assignment there, so the Angels hoping Chris Taylor's return could be relatively soon. As for Mike Trout, we know that he's been a DH, and I don't know that this necessarily falls under, his health status, but Mike Trout has been doing some more work in the outfield of late, was taking some fly balls today. So first time in about a month, Mike Trout has been doing some outfield drills on the field. We'll see what that means, if it means that Trout could eventually be back to playing some outfield for the Halos. But it was some news today that Trout is doing some work out there as the Angels hope to get Taylor back soon, hope to get Christian Moore back soon as well, and we hope to have an update from Ray Montgomery, the Angels interim manager, when we come back. We'll also hear from Mike Trout on the other side of this break. Plus, Roger Lodge and Mark Langston are on the call of tonight's game. We're going to all hang out together for Countdown to First Pitch a little bit later on here on our pregame show. It's the Angels and the Phillies. Plenty more Angels pregame coming up right here on your home for Angels baseball, Angels Radio, and the Angels Radio app.
If you are someone living with joint pain from your shoulder to elbow and hip to ankle, you don't have to suffer in silence.
That's right, Dr. Ramkumar. I'm Dr. Andrew Wassa from Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute, a top 50 nationally ranked orthopedic program. Many patients today delay joint replacement surgery for fear of needing a second surgery and give up on the things they love in life, like going to the gym or playing sports.
We never want to hear that people are losing their quality of life for fear or surgery. Today, we've made great advancements that have led to long-lasting surgical repairs. With implants being more durable, cementless procedures reducing the concern of wear and tear, and robotic-assisted minimally invasive options, we are more precise than ever before.
We tell our patients, it's better to do what you can today to stay healthy and fit. Sedentary lifestyles are the worst options for people's health, and the more active you are, the easier the recovery. Let Memorial Care help you stay in the game.
You know what's better than fresh baked chocolate chip cookies? A big bucket of chocolate chip cookies to share with your family. At Kathy's Cookies, they use only the finest and freshest ingredients to bake cookies that will fill your belly and warm your heart. They bake hot, fresh chocolate chip cookies on the spot for you, just like Mom. Come get fresh Kathy's Cookies located at Courtyard 1, Courtyard 4, and Section 432 on select game days at Angel Stadium. And also look for them at your local fair, concert, and other sporting events.
Managing your well-being through a mobile app can be a hit right when you need it most. There are many apps that put resources at your fingertips. Clutch tools like breathing techniques, meditation, and well-being activities, and listening to music to help you get back into the swing of things. There are apps designed specifically for children, teens, and adults. Visit the Mindfulness Apps tab at angels.ocnavigator.org for more information. The OC Navigator is brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency.
Is anybody more excited to be in Philadelphia than Mike Trout? I know he struggled there. He's 2 for 20 lifetime at Citizens Bank Park with 7 strikeouts, but Mike Trout got to spend the All-Star break in Millville. I wonder if Mike spent any of his days off checking out Trout National, his golf course that is set to open soon. And Mike, if anyone's wondering if you have any spots available, we'll see what we can do as far as the membership goes on that. But pretty cool stuff for Mike Trout, and he's back home, which is a big deal for him. Grew up less than an hour away from Philadelphia. We know how big of an Eagles fan he is. Grew up a Phillies fan as well, and got the opportunity to catch up with some of the media in Philadelphia as he gets set to play there for just the 6th time in his 16-year career.
Always special to be back home.
Always. See family, see people that you haven't seen in a while. The support is unbelievable. So, yeah.
Like you're closing in on 2 big milestones. What is the significance of both to you?
Yeah, no, it's pretty special. To think about it, just how fast it's going. This is year 14, going on 13, going on 14. Just trying to enjoy every minute of it, and yeah, the milestones are awesome. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting them.
Mike, I saw you do a little in the outfield out there today. How did that go?
Went good. It's just like a slow progression to get my feet under me, and then hopefully back in outfield soon.
It feels like for the last decade, people here have been talking about, can Mike Trout come to the Phillies? Does that talk get back to you? Oh,
I see it all the time, especially going to Eagles games and stuff. I think just being a South Jersey kid, I'm always going to get it. So, I said growing up, love Philly. It's my sports teams growing up, so, yeah.
You mentioned how fast it's gone. How grateful are you at this point in your career, kind of in the later stages of your career, to be able to frequently come back here more often than just the one time back in?
Yeah, no doubt. I think when they did the schedule change, I don't know when that was, but I come back every other year. It's it's cool to come to New York, and it's still close, but this is the closest one. As a fan growing up, so to be able to see family, friends, and faces I haven't seen in a while, it's awesome.
Is there something about the city and being back home that you carry with you in your career?
I just respect the fan base. I mean, I know how I am when I'm at the Eagles game. I know.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. Someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Staying in New Jersey, I think that's it's pretty cool to have a kid come out of Jersey and make an impact. And you got the Petty kid now in Cincinnati, which is cool. I saw that he's up there. So and we had Gallen, obviously. He went to the prep right now. Yeah. So it's you can't mess out with Frazier too, because he gives me crap all the time. Got to mention him. So no, like I said, it's just being able to show people that we got some athletes in Jersey, and it means a lot to us.
Mike, there's been a lot of athletes from this market who've made it to the highest level of their sport. They don't all get the kind of reception that you get when you come here. Do you think it's just the Eagles thing, or is it something more than that for you?
I mean, Eagles definitely have a thing, and being a South Jersey kid, I think playing the game the right way. I think that has something to do with it. I think the fans respect that. I played it the same way since I was a kid. Play hard. Doesn't matter the situation. Run hard. Give them max effort. I'm not saying max effort, but your full potential every time. Not, you can't take for granted what's to go out there and play every day. So I'm enjoying every minute of it, and yeah.
How important are the next 2 weeks for this team going into the deadline?
Oh, no doubt. You've seen what we're capable of doing. We had some great stretches in the last few weeks. We got to get off to a hot second half. We got to do the little things right. Play solid defense, and when we have runners on base, we got to do our job. So.
Man, the press corps around Mike Trout, I felt like I was listening to a White House interview with the amount of media they're trying to get their questions in for Mike Trout, but good stuff from him. And I know it's a big deal for Mike Trout to be back home in Philadelphia. I know that is an important thing for him, and he comes in doing a good job at the plate lately, and we'll see if he can continue to get on base the rate he has gotten on base at, with the on-base percentage better than anybody else in baseball in the last month. That is our Trout Tracker, presented by State Farm. All right, we got the Angels and the Phillies coming up. Ryan Zefferjan is going to be the first pitcher to lead off a bullpen game for the Halos. Jesus Luzardo will be pitching for the Phillies. Let's get you who's in and who is out of the lineup, which is presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Zach Neto will be playing shortstop, batting in the leadoff spot for the Halos this evening, with Nolan Shawniwell at first base right behind him. We were just talking about Mike Trout. He's the designated hitter for the Angels. Taylor Ward is in left field, the current batter in the Angels lineup that is top 5 in the American League in both home runs with 21 and RBIs with 65, batting .224 on the season, but big-time power numbers. Not far behind him is Joe Adell, who's got 19 homers and 54 driven in with a .243 batting average and an OPS at 800. He was our most recent guest on the Under the Halo podcast, which you can find at angels.com/fans. Joe Adell is in center field, batting in the 5 spot in the Angels Angel order. Boy, the Halos would love to get Jorge Soler going. Has just a .211 batting average and 32 runs batted in. He'll bat 6 with Logan O'Hoppe doing the catching. O'Hoppe came up in the Phillies organization. I know we talk about him as a New York guy. It's where he's from, but he came up in the Phillies organization, part of the Brandon Marsh trade, as Logan O'Hoppe will be batting in the 7th.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
As far as I know, he's good. I mean, obviously 4 days off helps everybody heal. He hasn't said anything to me about it today. We're going to obviously get cranked up here and start doing baseball things again. So we'll get a better feel as we move through today.
How's Chris Taylor? He played yesterday game?
It seemed like it went good until the hit by pitch. So I know he had 3 hits, a single, double, right? And it seemed like everything was progressing fine, and he got hit in the calf. So we'll see what happens today. He's supposed to DH today anyway, so see how that goes.
And Christian Moore, how's he doing?
Same. I mean, I wish there was more to report. It's just time.
All right, so that's the latest from Angels interim manager Ray Montgomery. Hey, baseball fans, you can win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf, or 1 round of bowling and dinner for 2 at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. To enter for your chance to win, text the word fantasy to 714-888-7250 for complete sweepstakes rules. Visit am830.net, and good luck. Quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to count you down to first pitch with Roger Lodge and Mark Langston. That's on the other side of this break here on Angels Pregame, Angels Radio, and the Angels Radio app. Summertime and baseball go together like cinnamon and pretzels. Next time you're at the ballpark watching the Halos, stop by Wetzel's Pretzels in Section 129. At Wetzel's Pretzels, we hand-roll and handcraft the finest ingredients in innovative deliciousness so you can grab a little happiness while watching your favorite team. Whether it's an original pretzel or a Wetzel dog, we've got your baseball snacks covered. Stop by Wetzel's Pretzels outside Section 129. Wetzel's Pretzels.
Helmet Nachos, the Rally Monkey lighting up the Big A after a big win. Some things will always be, just like F&M Bank. While some banks come and go, F&M has been a cornerstone of Southern California for 118 years. No name changes, just consistent, reliable banking built on a foundation of strong stability and rock-solid family management since 1907. F&M Bank, proud sponsor of Angels Baseball. Some things will always be. Member FDIC.
You hear that? That's the sound of buying a car the way it should be. I'm John Patterson, owner of Tustin Mazda and Huntington Beach Mazda. This July, during Mazda's More to Move You event, we always have no markups, no market adjustments, and no mandatory add-ons. Just a transparent price and a friendly buying experience every time. Visit Tustin Mazda, Huntington Beach Mazda. Buy better, try better.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets puts you in the middle of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's behind home plate, the 50-yard line, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit SITickets.com or download the app now. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
I don't know how they let me keep calling this work. We have way too much fun, and it's especially fun because of who's hanging with me right now as we count it down to first pitch, presented by J&J Snack Foods. J&J Snack Foods offering memorable and delicious snack experiences throughout the stadium. We're ready for a memorable, I don't know about delicious, but a memorable experience hanging out here for countdown to first pitch. We got Roger Lodge and Mark Langston here in the booth. We're getting set for this game to begin in a moment. Langer, I want to start with you. Happy welcome back after the All-Star break. And did you enjoy it? You in good shape? You feeling good?
Usually tan, rested, and ready. That's the way you look at the second half. So, yes, I am ready. I'm excited. Tough task for the Angels to start the second half. The schedule is very difficult, and the one good thing is the Angels have played well against the teams that are 500 or better. They have a winning record against those kind of teams, and they're going to need to play good defense. I think that's kind of the theme for this ball club here in the second half.
We got Roger Lodge, who's going to be on the call of today's game. Terry Smith will be back tomorrow.
To be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Turzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Play in right field down the stretch this season.
Yeah, it's critical for this ball club because Jorge Soler, God bless him, he wasn't signed to be a right fielder. He was signed to be the DH, so he's getting obviously a lot of reps in right field, and it's just not something that he is great at. So obviously with Trout out there, that improves the defense, and that's kind of the theme again, is the defensive side. This is a pitch to contact team. The defense has to be good with this ball club. Trout obviously adds that when he goes out to right field.
Mark, bullpen game, first game back. It's going to be Ryan Zeferjan, the first one out of the gate. What are some of the things to be mindful of? If you're an Angels fan getting ready to sit down, get in your car, listen to this, we're going to see a lot of relievers. This bullpen's had some peaks and valleys this year. What do you expect from the bullpen tonight?
I think it's tougher for the Phillies from the standpoint they don't get to lock in on certain guys. And I think it's a lot tougher from the offensive standpoint. They're going to see one guy, and who knows if this is going to be a traditional bullpen game. We're going to see a ton of guys, and I think we will see a lot of guys coming out of this Angels bullpen. So it's a tougher assignment. Obviously, you hope everybody is locked in and one guy hands off the baton to the next guy. But Ryan Zeferjan, certainly the first half, we saw a lot of really great moments from him, and some where he had some hiccups out there. This is a tough lineup. Roger just talked about it, star-studded. You have to really limit your mistakes. Luzardo on the other side is a really talented lefty. I've liked him from day one when he was with the A's.
The biggest thing
bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. All the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
Kia, where it's never just about cars, it's about delivering an exceptional experience. We're the only Kia dealer in Orange County to earn the Platinum Prestige Dealer Award for outstanding sales and customer service. Receive a great guest experience with no dealer markups. Visit Mission Viejo Kia today. Buy better, drive better.
Angel fans, purchase a Harry Potter themed ticket package to enjoy the magic of Harry Potter at Angel Stadium on Tuesday, July the 29th. Whether you belong to Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin, you can enjoy a Hogwarts House t-shirt and a seat to the game with your purchase of a Harry Potter themed ticket package. Visit angels.com/Harry Potter to get your seats today.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. The life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani. Because life happens.
And Mark Langston on the call of tonight's game. It's the Angels and the Phillies. Halos trying to get a little closer to 500. They're 2 games under at the moment, 4 games out of a playoff spot, and taking on a very good team in the Philadelphia Phillies, which takes us to our keys to the game for the Angels tonight, and that's presented by Southern California Toyota Dealers Association. Okay, the first key, there's 2 I'm going to give you. The first key is when you have a bullpen game going, you just need to be able to mix and match and give different looks. And when different guys come in, you just don't want to show hitters the same thing over and over. And the Angels have quite an array of bullpen pieces to use. Everybody's fresh. Everyone's available. So you just try to want to mix and match as best you can there. It'll be interesting to see what the Angels do with Carson Fulmer and Jake Eater. I'd imagine one of them will pitch early, see as far as they can go, and the other probably going to be held back for, if the game gets away or if the Angels have a big lead, a guy that can be an innings eater there at the end of the game and preserve as much of the bullpen as possible, taking on a division leader like the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's this key for you as well. Philadelphia leads baseball batting .291 in late and close situations. So if the Angels were able to take the lead, they got to stay on the gas. You cannot let up at any point if you're the Angels. If there's any chance to get an add-on run, you do whatever you can to do it, because this Philadelphia Phillies team, if the game gets tight, that's when the Phillies are at their best, and that is something to be very mindful of. Again, those are keys to the game tonight, presented by Southern California Toyota Dealers Association. All right, we got a bullpen game for the Angels. Jesus Luzardo is going to be on the mound for the Phillies in this game. The Angels, we got the picks to click. Roger Lodge had Joe Adell. Mark Langston went Zach Neto. And I got Logan O'Hoppe. None of us picked Mike Trout, who's back home in Philadelphia. It's because he hasn't played well, at least in terms of numbers, when he's been at his home ballpark. This is the sixth time, though. First time since 2022, Mike Trout is getting an opportunity to play in Philadelphia. Is the center of attention in Philly tonight. They're going to be hosting the All-Star Game next year. They got the All-Star Game MVP, Kyle Schwarber, who hit those 3 bombs in the swing-off in the Midsummer Classic in Atlanta on Tuesday. It's a tough lineup the Phillies feature, but the Angels, who are fighting in the mix here with 2 weeks to go before the trade.
Steve's company? Is that
Angels Baseball and FanDuel Sports Network brought to you by Hyundai. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deals so right it almost feels wrong. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. By UCI Health, compassionate expert care for everyone in the region. Learn more at ucihealth.org. And by Jack in the Box, get so much more in the new T-Pain Munchie Meal. Angels are here in Philadelphia starting a 3-game series tonight. First series after the All-Star break. Some exciting moments in the first half of the season, including a bunch of walk-offs at Angel Stadium as we take you back through those.
You A little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Responsablemente.
The voice of Phillies baseball, Scott Fransky.
Well, it's a gorgeous night for baseball here in South Philadelphia. Warm, mid-80s summer night, a perfect way to start baseball's second half. It's game number 97 on the season. Phillies and Angels in interleague play coming your way. Hi again, everyone. Welcome into Phillies baseball alongside Larry Anderson. I'm Greg Murphy. Mike Tuberosa is our engineer here in the booth. Justin D'Orazio back in our studios. Happy to have you with us here tonight. The Phillies return to Citizens Bank Park refreshed and ready to go. 65 games to play in the regular season. Starting play tonight, Phillies are a half game ahead of the New York Mets, of course, in the National League East after finishing their recent swing out west with a win in San Diego. The Angels, they arrive in Philadelphia 2 games under 500. They are 47-49 so far, 9 games back of the Astros in the AL West, but they sit just 4 games out of a wild card spot in the American League, so lots to play for them. The Phillies tonight will send left-hander Jesus Luzardo to the mound. He is 8-5 on the year with a 4.14 ERA, but he has been really good for most of the season, coming off a win against San Francisco where he went 7 strong innings against the Giants. For the Angels, it's going to be a bullpen game. Right-hander Ryan Zefferjon is going to get the start. He has pitched in 40 games so far this season, but this will be his first start for the Angels. He's allowed 34 hits in 35 innings pitched. He has an ERA of 5.66 for the Angels. All right, big ceremony before the game here today. Getting excited for next year's All-Star game. We'll talk a little bit about that. Lineup cards are being exchanged at home plate in just a minute. We'll have those lineups and the first pitch for you coming up on the other side. It's interleague baseball here tonight. We'll have it for you next right here on the Phillies Radio Network.
It's officially summertime, and nothing says summer like a ball game, the sizzle of the grill, and the official hot dog of the Phillies, Hatfield Franks. From the bank to your own backyard, Hatfield Pork is the MVP of game day. Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield, the official pork provider of the Phillies. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retailer near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Hi, this is Jatro Muto from your Philadelphia Phillies. Like every championship-driven team, Chevrolet has star talent at every position. Leading off, the powerful Silverado, crushing big league challenges with legendary strength and advanced capability. There's the Chevy Equinox, loaded with smart features and practical dependability. And the sharp style and affordability of Chevy Trax.
I get a little tang, and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. That's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Ready to pop the question? Hit your engagement out of the park with a stunning ring from Golden Nugget Jewelers. We have all the designer bridal brands like kikuchI, Veragio, Simon G, and more. The largest selection of loose diamonds at the best prices guaranteed. Enjoy a stress-free shopping experience with our highly trained staff located on the corner of 8th and Chestnut. Proud partners of the Philadelphia Phillies. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Back here at Citizens Bank Park, a beautiful night for baseball here in Philadelphia. As I said, about mid-80s, hardly a cloud in the sky, just some random scattered clouds up there, and a perfect night to get the second half of the season underway. Your Xfinity starting lineups brought to you by Xfinity. Stream the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. And here's the lineup that the Angels will send out here tonight to get this started. It'll be Zach Neto leading it off. He is the shortstop. Nolan Shonowell at first base will bat second. Mike Trout returns to Philly. The DH will bat third. And Taylor Ward in left field will bat fourth. It's Joe Adell in center field. He'll bat fifth. Jorge Soler will be in right field and bat sixth. Logan O'Hoppe will do the catching and bat seventh. Luis Renifo will be second base and bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing third base tonight will be Kevin Newman for the Angels. They'll be, of course, facing Jesus Luzardo. And he's 8-5 on the year with a 4.14 ERA. The left-hander coming off a really good start in San Francisco. All right, for the Phillies, it'll look like this tonight. Trey Turner will lead it off. He is the shortstop. Kyle Schwarber, the DH, will bat second. It's Bryce Harper at first base. He'll bat third. And batting fourth and playing third base will be Alec Boehm. Nick Castellanos gets the start in right field. He'll bat fifth. Brandon Marsh moves up in the lineup. He's playing center field. He'll bat sixth. JT Realmuto will do the catching and bat seventh. It'll be Max Kepler in left field batting eighth, and batting ninth and playing second base will be Bryson Stott. And on the mound for the Angels, it'll be the right-hander Ryan Zephyr-John. He's 5-3 with a 5.66 ERA, making his first Major League start. He's been around for 2 years with the Angels. He's appeared in 35 games so far this year, Larry Anderson, but first Major League start for him.
Yes. And the SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report on Jesus Luzardo. He relies on 5 pitches using a 4-seam sinker combo 45% of the time. Averages around 96 with both the sinker and the 4-seamer. The sweeper is his go-to breaking ball 27% of the time, followed by a change 19% and the slider 10%. Those last two, the change and the slider, pretty much mainly just to right-handers. Fastball command in the zone is key for Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah, and as I said, coming off that great start in San Francisco, Rob talked a little bit about it on the pregame show, but, you know, we saw Jesus get into a little bit of trouble just in a couple of the starts he's had this year, but for the most part, the first half for him, really solid.
No question about it, and look for to get started here in this second half. By the way, that's brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is the Philly way to go. Yeah, it's remarkable what his numbers. I think 13 of his starts he's given up 2 or fewer runs.
Yep.
And in 3 starts he's given up like 20-something runs in 7 innings. It's
a head scratcher.
It really is.
Well, he's ready to go here tonight, and Zach Neto will be the first to face him. The shortstop batting .279 with 15 home runs, and he's first pitch swinging right on the ground to Alec Boehm, who gobbles it, wide throw, but Harper able to stretch and hold on to the bag. And that's the first out here tonight.
Gotta like that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll allow him to stay a little bit longer, we hope. And it'll be Nolan Shonowell batting now for the Angels. He's batting .275. He's got 8 home runs and 40 runs batted in for the Angels. One thing about this Angels team is they have some pop all the way through the lineup.
Yep.
So you got to keep that ball in the ballpark.
They don't hit for a lot of average, but they do have the slugging, that's for sure.
Well, Shonowell steps in from the left side, facing Luzardo, the left-hander. The first pitch, and it's down at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Luzardo, who works quickly, is ready to go. The kick and the pitch. Swung on. Line drive right back at the pitcher, Luzardo. He gets out of the way. Trey Turner is there to pick it up on 2 hops and make the play over to first. But, man, oh, man, Luzardo had to go down to his knees to avoid being hit by that ball.
He is a very, very good ducker.
Right over the right shoulder of Luzardo. But,
did that not hit him at all?
It did not.
Wow.
It did not. He got out of the way of it. But
man.
So 2 quick outs to start the top of the first, but not without its excitement. Yeah. And that brings Mike Trout to the plate, and he takes the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Of course, the Millville native returning to Philadelphia. Talked to reporters earlier today, said he was happy to be back. The 0-1 pitch, a little bit high for a ball. It's 1-1.
He shouldn't be happy to be back because his numbers in his few games that he's come back here is not good at all.
It's you almost don't want to say it out loud because he's liable to break out at any moment.
Yes.
1 ball and 1 strike to Trout. Right-handed hitter, and the windup in the pitch, and check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire, Jeremy Rehack. So it's 1-2 now.
Big thing
Mike
for
Trout.
Trout of late, the last few years, just unable to stay healthy. Just some freak injuries and just can't get a full season in. It's been a while.
The windup in the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a tag. And it's a strikeout for Jesus Luzardo. So he makes quick work of the Angels here in the top of the first inning. 1-2-3 go. The Angels will head to the bottom half of the inning. It's the Angels nothing and the Phillies coming to bat.
In your community or
be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Baseball 94 WIP.
SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report on the starter for Zephyr John for the Angels. Uses a four-seamer 32% of the time, averaging 98. He can get it up there. It's followed by a cutter, 29%. It's at 91. He'll throw a slider, 21%. And lastly, his sweeper at 18%. And that's brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA is the Philly way to go.
Well, Trey Turner, the first to face him, takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So 0-1. To Trey Turner, who comes in batting .289. He's got 11 home runs and 40 runs knocked in so far this year. Back in the leadoff spot tonight, and that pitch is way outside, goes all the way to the backstop.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit. Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate, no chance to corral that one. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Trey Turner.
Angels have a lefty up already.
And wind up in the 1-1 pitch. Yeah, it's a breaking ball, and it catches a piece. It's 1-2 now to Trey Turner. Yeah, we don't expect Zephyr John to be here too long. In fact, the most he's thrown in any game this season has been 2 innings.
It's a lefty, Jake Eder, who's up for him.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and dribbled in front of the mound, but foul. So the count stays 1-2 to Trey Turner. It'll be Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. I can imagine the ovation that Kyle Schwarber will get when he comes to the plate will be a big one, coming off his All-Star MVP nod. One ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. That's way outside, 2-2.
Just a gorgeous night for a ball game. Just beautiful out.
It could not be no rain in the forecast,
no.
Which is always a good thing. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the pitch, down low. And the count runs full to Trey Turner. Turner struggled leading into the break on the road trip out west, just 3 for 24 in that series. The double. Next pitch, and he fouls that one off the end of the bat.
Amazing that road trip, a 6-game road trip, they're 2-4. They scored 13 runs in one game, and the other 5 combined, they scored 12.
Yeah. It was strange. There's no doubt about it. The offense continued to struggle. 3-2 pitch, and that one is a called third strike at the knees. And Turner knew it as he turns towards the dugout. He's the first out here in the bottom of the first. No score here in South Philadelphia. And that'll bring Kyle Schwarber to the plate.
Who did something nobody's ever done in the All-Star game. I'll get to that with the Blue Cross Player Spotlight.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Well, it certainly was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he represented Philadelphia well, and with the walk-off home run derby, if you will, and pretty impressive accomplishment. So he steps in, and the first pitch to him is way inside, goes to the backstop. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. And Schwarber will take a lap around the plate. That'll get your heart going.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, that was a cutter, I think.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple that have been in the left-hander batter's box. And so it's 1-0 to Kyle Schwarber. And the windup in the pitch. That's over for a strike. Another great crowd here at Citizens Bank Park. The windup, the 1-1 pitch, swung on, and that one's hit well. Deep to right field. Going back at the track and looking up, it's gone. Home run, number 31 on the season for Kyle Schwarber. He wastes no time getting the second half started. As Soler could only turn and look, and it's 1-0 Phillies.
That's his 4th home run in his last 2 at-bats.
Nice job by Kyle Schwarber. He just turned on that pitch, and he gives the Phillies the early lead. Yeah, pick up right where you left off. Why not?
I don't know why you want to challenge him. I don't care how hard you throw. Why you want to challenge him with the fastball? Middle of the plate, belt high.
That'll bring Bryce Harper to the plate now. And the first pitch to Harper, and he swings at that pitch. Swings over the top. It's 0-1. Harper batting .261 with 10 home runs and 35 runs batted in. And the pitch. That one's down low. So 1-1 now to Harper. The windup, the 1-1 pitch, fouled at the plate. It's 1-2. Well, probably no one enjoyed the All-Star break more than maybe Bryce Harper. Just a chance for him to rest a little bit more and get healthy without missing games, without the stress of missing the games. Next pitch to Harper is over for a called 3rd strike. So he gets Harper looking. And that's the second out, the second strikeout for Zephyr John.
That was a fastball all over the plate. I don't know.
Looking for something else, perhaps?
I guess, but with 2 strikes, you don't expect them to be looking for anything but a fastball and then adjust to the other. But it didn't happen.
I want to bring Alec Boehm to the plate. Right-handed hitter facing Zephyr John. And the first pitch to Boehm is on the outside corner for a strike. Of course, Alec missed the last game before the All-Star break. He had been hit in the ribs with a pitch in that second game in San Diego. Next pitch to Boehm is hit on the ground at first base. Shawna-Wells there. He'll pick it up on 2 hops and step on the bag, and that's the final out. So 3 unassisted goes the put out, and the Phils are retired here in the bottom of the first, but not before they get on the board. Kyle Schwarber's 31st of the year, so we'll head to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Phillies.
DNK.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him Welcome to Monument Park now.
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of it gets you. Yeah, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Of home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It'll be Taylor Ward leading it off for the Angels here in the top of the second. First pitch from Jesus Luzardo. His first pitch swinging, pops it up right side. Bryson Stott over by the foul line and makes the catch right in front of Nick Castellanos.
Well, they said that was fair. Huh.
Yeah, just as he was crossing over the line.
Well, they're coming out hacking, that's for sure.
Scouting report must be swing early on Luzardo, but so far, so good for the Phils. So 4 straight outs recorded for Luzardo, and that'll bring Joe Adell to the plate, center fielder. 19 home runs on the year, batting .243. And the first pitch to Adell is a little bit high for a ball. It's 1-0. Luzardo looks in, gets his sign from JT Realmuto on the pitch. Swung on and dribbled at the plate, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Adell. Batting .246 versus left-handers this year. He's got 4 home runs. And the pitch, fouled straight back. Well, we mentioned this Angels team hits a lot of home runs. They're 5th in the American League in terms of home runs.
Right.
One ball, 2 strikes to Adell. The windup and the pitch. And that one's just a little bit low for a ball, 2-2.
I just ticked that bottom of that strike zone, that line, but didn't get the call.
Now time is called. Adell steps out of the box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luzardo's ready to go. He winds, he kicks, and the pitch. That's a bit high for a ball. 3-2 now to Joe Adell. Jorge Soler waits on deck for the Angels. 1 out, 1-0 Phillies, top of the second. The windup and the 3-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate.
There's a slider down and in, fouled it off his foot. Did Adell?
He's back in there. He's ready to go. Luzardo, the kick, the 3-2 pitch, and that's a called 3rd strike. Jeremy Rehack takes his time calling that, but all over the plate, and that's a strikeout for Luzardo, his 2nd of the night.
Well, with Philadelphia on the clock to host baseball's 2026 Midsummer Classic, it's time to get geared up. New Era Phil's Team Store at Citizens Bank Park has an all-star lineup of 2026 merchandise, including apparel and souvenirs available for purchase now. Visit Phillies.com/New Era for store hours.
Jorge Soler, first pitch swinging, and you can forget about that one. He mashes it deep to left field, and that ball is gone. So he'll tie up the game, his 11th of the season, and it is 1-1 here in the top of the second inning. Whew. He just crushed that.
Yeah. And they're coming out hacking, and that's one thing. You think they're see the whole lineup coming out swinging away for first pitch. You got to be a little bit careful with throwing that cheese.
Yeah, he went upstairs and got that one, and the only thing Kepler could do is turn and look.
Yep.
So that ties up the score. It'll bring Logan O'Hoppe to the plate. And the first pitch to the Angels catcher at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The windup, the 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. It's 1-1.
Luzardo, in the games that he's won this year, opponents hit 170 against him with runners on. In the losses, that number jumps to 420. Ooh.
1-1 pitch, swung on, line drive, and that's into center field for a base hit. Not hit hard, but it'll get the job done, and O'Hoppe's a 2-out base runner down there at first. So back-to-back hits now for the Angels. here in the second. And one thing that the Phils have been looking at and talking about is Luzardo pitching out of the stretch, which he'll have to do here.
Yep.
Has been a little bit different, the numbers certainly. But he'll work from the stretch for the first time, and Rengifo is the batter, and first pitch swinging.
That's what I like to see, something that looks like a strike and then, bottoms out at the zone. And he swings right over the top, especially with a real aggressive swinging team like they seem to be right now.
The 0-1 pitch. That one's down low for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, you got to get him off balance a little bit, right?
Yep.
Get him looking for something else. Rengifo batting .236. He's got 4 home runs and 22 runs batted in on the season. Hoppe leads off first. And the pitch. And that one's a bit low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now to Rengifo. All tied up at 1 here in the top of the second, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play down the right field line. So it's 2-2 now to Luis Rengifo. Kevin Newman waits on deck, the 9-hole hitter. Checks the runner at first. Luzardo comes set, glove at the belt. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him. Nice. So another strikeout for Luzardo, his 3rd of the night, but not before the Angels able to tie things up. A Jorge Soler home run makes it 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second.
Hi, this is JT Realmuto from your Philadelphia Phillies. Looking for a player that always hits for the cycle?
And Wednesday, July 23rd at 7:05. Order your tickets today at Phillies.com.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
A good matchup on the mound around the league. Quinn Priester of Milwaukee, 7-2 with a 3.55 ERA, goes against the Dodgers and Tyler Glasnow, who's 1-0 with a 3.52 ERA. 2 division leaders head-to-head there. That's sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Find your wow right now. Visit nj.org.
All tied up, 1 apiece here in the bottom of the second. Nick Castellanos will lead it off for the Phillies. Castellanos batting .273. And did he already get a timer violation? I think they did. Just call a violation on Castellanos. Now he's having a conversation with home plate umpire Jeremy Rehack. Yep, they did. So it's 0-1 on Nick Castellanos to get things started. And first pitch from a new pitcher, Jake Eder, is down low for a ball. So it's 1-1 now to Nick Castellanos.
I mean,
I don't understand how they could call that because they hadn't even started the clock yet. It hadn't appeared.
Had to start the clock when they were throwing the ball around the infield.
Yeah. And Castellanos is still talking to Rehack about it. But nothing's going to change. So the count is 1-1 strike. The left-hander, Jake Eder, on the mound for the Angels. And the next pitch, and that one is low and inside for a ball. It goes off the glove of Hoppe all the way back to the backstop. So it's 2-1.
Yeah, don't bring back. Just bring them, period. The robot umpires.
2-1 pitch, and that's a little bit high and inside for a ball, so works the count back to 3-1. Eder, a rookie, and just appearing in just his 7th game of the season. 4th-round pick out of Vanderbilt. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. Good cut by Castellanos there.
Vanderbilt, the analytics capital of the world.
They've had some pretty good arms come out of there, though.
Yep.
So the count runs full. It's 3-2 to Nick Castellanos. Eder comes set. And kick in the pitch. And that's way outside for a ball, so he walks him.
But that's the one thing that analytics can't do, is tell you how to throw strikes.
Well, Castellanos will take it, even with the extra strike given. And he'll use the leadoff base runner here to start the second. It's going to bring Brandon Marsh to the plate. Marsh batting .259. He's got 3 home runs and 21 runs batted in, but he's really been swinging it well, and because of that, he's moved up here in the lineup. Castellanos takes his lead off first, and the first pitch to Marsh, over for a strike. Now time is called by...
Boy, Jeremy Rehak is a stickler for these keeping your eyes and looking at the hitter at the right time and being in the box on time.
And he warned Brandon Marsh there. Castellanos leads off first again. And the 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. You know, I understand why they have that rule, but it breaks the flow of play more often than anything else, I think.
Yep.
The 1-1 pitch, swung on, and that one is hit in the air, right field. Going back on it is Soler, and he's got room. He'll make the catch. And it's 1 out. Castellanos heads back to first.
Well, join us as we honor and celebrate 2008 World Series champion Jimmy Rollins and former Phillies GM Ed Wade on Toyota Phillies Wall of Fame night, Friday, August 1st at 6:45. Enjoy a special pregame ceremony as we bestow one of the organization's highest honors on these inductees. Purchase tickets today at Phillies.com.
JT Realmuto will be the batter now. Runner at first and 1 out, and the first pitch to Realmuto is a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Realmuto over his last 20 games, hitting .338 with a .774 OPS. Hasn't had a home run in quite some time, but the 1-0 pitch down low.
Leads all hitters in average, though, in this month, in the month of July.
Yeah, how about that?
.432. Next closest, Jose Altuve at .391, and Trevor Story, .391 also.
Well, Phils will take that.
Yeah.
Castellanos leads off first, and the 2-0 pitch. That's a breaking ball, and it's over for a strike. It's 2-1. It's also JT Realmuto bobblehead night.
Tonight is?
Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
Count is 2-1. The pitch. Swung on and grounded foul into the Angels dugout down the third base side. Angels wearing their red jerseys tonight, gray pants on the road. Phillies, of course, in their City Connect jerseys tonight. Friday night here at home. 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that's lined in the left field for a base hit. Castellanos will move up to second and hang out there. So runners at first and second now, with 1 out here in the second. And it'll bring Max Kepler to the plate.
Another hard hit ball by JT.
Yeah, I guess you become a little bit less concerned that he hasn't had a home run but I think it's 38.
Yeah,
straight. But if he's going to continue to hit like that, you'll take it.
Absolutely.
Now a mound visit for the Angels. Barry Enright, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Jake Eder. Max Kepler, he's batting just .210, 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Rob talked about sliding him down in the lineup on that West Coast trip to give him a chance to kind of recollect himself and maybe take some of the pressure off him. He's really struggled with runners in scoring position so far this year. But here he is with an opportunity with a runner in scoring position down there in the 8-hole. Batting just .155 so far this year with runners on. So Castellanos will lead off second. It's JT Realmuto off first. Kepler steps in from the left side. The first pitch, he fouls that one into the Phillies dugout. Look out. It's 0-1 to Max Kepler. Eder checks the runner at second. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit back to Eater at the pitcher's mound. Over to second for one and back to first in time for a double play. 1-4-3 goes the putout, and that ends the threat here in the second. We'll head to the top of the third inning. We're all tied up here at 1.
Tonight.
On a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Don't miss out on a hot ticket. The Nelly post-game concert presented by Jim Beam is on Tuesday, July 22nd after the Phillies host the Red Sox at 6:45. Secure your seats today at Phillies.com.
Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The Orioles will head north to take on the Phils for an interleague matchup on Monday, August 4th, Tuesday, August 5th, both at 6:45, and Wednesday, August 6th at 12:35. Secure tickets today at Phillies.com.
Jesus Luzardo get ready to start the top of the third inning here. He'll face Kevin Newman, the 9-hole hitter for the Angels, on the top of the order. We're all tied up at 1. Home run by Kyle Schwarber put the Phils on the board in the first. Jorge Soler followed with one in the second. That's where we are right now. Kevin Newman will step in, batting just .202. And the windup in the first pitch to Newman is over for a strike. You weren't in your seat yet when they were finishing up the ceremony they had before the game, the All-Star ceremony. We'll talk about that. The 0-1 pitch, and that one is inside for a ball.
I thought you were going to text me.
I should have, because it was really cool. They had the Navy parachuters jumping in, and 1-1 pitch, and fouled off into the crowd. I think it was 4 different jumpers coming in. All to kick off the 2026 All-Star celebration. Had the big declaration down in Center City today, and a lot of former All-Stars of the Phils, and the Roots were playing. The 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled at the plate. And then it continued here at the ballpark. Some of your old buddies down there on the field. Bobby Abreu was here, and Ryan Howard was here.
I didn't see Sammy. Was Sammy there?
Yeah. Ron Samuel was there, yeah. Charlie Manuel, all getting introduced before the game. Former All-Stars of the Phillies. It's all about the All-Star now. 1-2 pitch. Yeah, it's down low. They even unveiled the new All-Star Game logo for 2026, which, if you've been to Citizens Bank Park, there's a clock out in straightaway center field above the batter's eye. 2-2 pitch, upstairs for a ball. It's 3-2 now to Newman. And they've taken the clock down and replaced it with the All-Star Game logo for 2026, and it'll stay there for the foreseeable future.
Nice.
That pitch is called, third strike. Man, Rehack sure is slow on that called third strike.
He likes the style down there.
I guess so.
No doubt.
But it's another strikeout for Jesus Luzardo to get things started here in the third. It's his 4th of the night. And there's one out, and it's the top of the order, Zach Neto. Neto grounded out in his first at-bat. 1 pitch. Ground out to Alec Bohm over there at third. First pitch to Neto is a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0. But I can tell you, I've looked up at that clock 4 or 5 times today to see what time it was, and it doesn't tell time anymore because it's just the logo now. Next pitch, a little bit outside for a ball.
It's where the logo is? That's where the clock was?
The clock used to be there. Yeah. And now there's other clocks in this ballpark, but it's the one I always looked at. So.
Yeah.
Get used to it, I guess.
I didn't realize that's where I always looked and saw the clock.
2-0 pitch is a little bit low for a ball. So 3-0 now to Zach Neto. He's got 15 home runs this year. He leads the American League with 7 leadoff home runs. 3-0 pitch. That's over for a strike. It's 3-1.
Isn't that tie the Angels record?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian Downing.
Yeah,
1987.
Remember facing him.
3-1 pitch. And that's over on the inside corner for a strike. Neto threw his bat away.
Better go get
his bat. Yeah, he's going to need that.
Probably going to need it. Called timeout so he could go get his bat.
I'm sure that sits well with Rehack. It might have been a little inside.
Yep.
Luzardo getting a little help there. But the count runs full now to Neto with 1 out here in the 3rd. The windup in the 3-2 pitch, and that one's down low. So he does walk him. And it's the first walk of the night for Jesus Luzardo.
Well, fans 21 and over will make their own shade this summer with the City Connect Miller Lite floppy hat, which they'll receive when the Phils host the Nationals on Friday, August 22nd at 6:45. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
That'll bring Nolan Shawnowell to the plate, and the first pitch to the left-handed hitter down low for a ball. 1-0. Neto is a threat to run. He's got 17 stolen bases so far this year, so they'll have to keep an eye on him. Harper holds him on at first. And from the stretch, the 1-0 pitch swung on and hit on the ground, foul, past Bryce Harper down there at first. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Shawnowell. Luzardo comes set, checks the runner at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Right. Shawnowell on the last homestand for the Angels was just on fire. He probably didn't want the All-Star break to come. He's batting .417 with a couple of doubles, 5 runs batted in. Luzardo checks the runner at first, and he'll throw over there. Chases Neto back.
And look, 17 steals for Neto. The rest of the club,
not many.
The most is 7 for Paris. Behind him is just 4.
And another throw over, and this time Neto diving back head first. But that's 2 disengagements now for Luzardo. The count 1-2 to Shawnowell. And the pitch, starting and stopping is the runner at first. The pitch was down low for a ball. It's 2-2. Nice stop by JT Realmuto. So far this season, against left-handed pitchers, just .253 for Shawnowell. Luzardo checks the runner at first and comes to the plate, and that one is a one-hopper right at Trey Turner at short. He'll step on the bag at second, over to first in time for the double play. So the Phillies turn a double play of their own and able to get out of any further trouble here in the 3rd. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. It's the Angels 1 and the Phillies 1.
It's officially summertime, and
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Phillies for a midweek matchup on Monday, August 4th and Tuesday, August 5th, both at 6:45, and Wednesday, August 6th at 12:35. Snag your tickets now at Phillies.com.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Bryce Stott will lead it off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the third, all tied up at 1. Angels and Phillies, and Jake Eater's first pitch to Stott, over for a strike. Eater, the left-hander, second inning of work for him. Allowed a couple of base runners in the second, but no one crossed. And that pitch is low and outside for a ball. It's 1-1. So Stott back in the 9-hole today, and Rob Thompson talking before the game about just wanting to give him a chance to kind of reset. A 1-1 pitch, fouled out of play, take a little bit of pressure off of his second baseman so he can get back to doing the things that we've seen him do before.
Yep.
You know, he has been struggling for sure, but no reason to think he can't lock it back in.
Right.
1-2 pitch, swung on, line drive, but right at the third baseman, Newman, and he'll make the catch. 1 out.
Eater on Sunday through 4 innings, his longest outing. And that was 4 strikeouts, a couple of hits, and a walk. So they'll probably stretch him out a little bit here, see what they can do.
Well, Trey Turner now will face him. He struck out in his first at-bat to lead off the game, and the first pitch to Turner, over for a strike. Yeah, it's so interesting because coming into tonight's game, the Angels were the only team in Major League Baseball to have used only 5 starters. Right. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, line drive, left field. That's a base hit. It'll fall in front of Ward, who gets on it quickly, but it's a 1-out single for Trey Turner. That'll bring Kyle Schwarber to the plate. So they had used just 5 starters the whole season.
Right.
It hasn't happened very often. The last time that happened, that a team got to 96 games in the season having used only 5 starters, was back in 2018. But they come out of the break, and they decide to go with an opener.
Well, they've only had 4 days off.
Well,
so.
yeah. Schwarber digs in from the left side, takes that first pitch low and outside for a ball. He homered in his first at-bat, number 31 on the year. Put the Phillies on the board. It's a little strange, but I guess they had their reasons, so.
I guess.
That streak ends tonight. The 1-0 pitch to Schwarber, outside for a ball, 2-0. So Schwarber homered off the starter, Zephyr John. But now facing Eater, the left-hander. Turner with a big lead off first. And the 2-0 pitch. And that one's low and outside for a ball. So quickly 3-0 to Kyle Schwarber. I would imagine he has the green light if he wants it. Three balls, no strikes. Eater comes set, checks the runner. There goes Turner, and the pitch is high, so he walks him. Turner will slide into second, but it'll be a walk to Schwarber, and that puts runners on first and second with 1 out and brings Bryce Harper to the plate.
Bryce Harper, one that some pundits think is the key to the Phillies' second half and what they do getting into the playoffs.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
You know, we know what he can do when he's hot. He swung the bat well in California on that last road trip. He was batting .348. He had 5 doubles. And first pitch to Harper is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. He had that huge game where he had 4 extra base hits?
Yeah.
Turner leads off second. It's Schwarber off first with 1 out. And the 1-0 pitch to Harper is over for a strike at the knees. Hoppe considers throwing back down to first, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, especially since there was nobody at the bag.
You got to have someone covering there.
Unless maybe he was throwing it to Schwarber, but I don't think he would have caught it.
1 ball and 1 strike in the pitch. And that one is a breaking ball that catches a piece of the plate, according to Jeremy Rehack. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Bryce Harper, who struck out in his first at-bat. He's got runners at first and second, 1 out. And a 1-1 game here in the third. And now time is called as Eder steps off the back of the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one's hit well. Deep to right field, and if it's fair, it's gone, and it is a foul ball. Wow.
Man.
Just foul. Maybe
Not
by a couple of
much.
feet.
Yep.
Whew. So we'll do it again. Bet you doesn't see that pitch again.
No.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Harper. Runners lead off first and second. And now a throw over to first. And Schwarber able to get back. You don't see that very often.
Not really.
Runner on second and first. Then they throw over to first. Do you think he forgot about Turner over there, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Well, the count stays 1-2 to Bryce Harper. Turner leads off second, Schwarber off first. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one's hit down the left field line, but that is going to slice foul. Didn't have home run distance, but count stays 1-2 now to Harper. Eder checks the runner at second. And the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Hoppe behind the plate to keep the runners in place. And the count goes even 2-2. Alec Bohm waits on deck. The count is 2-2 to Bryce Harper. Checks the runner at second. And comes to the plate, and that's way outside, and that goes off the glove of Hoppe, and it's going to go all the way to the backstop. So both runners will move up 90 feet. Turner to third, Schwarber to second. And it'll run the count full to Bryce Harper. Call that a wild pitch.
Not a real bad predicament for Eder, really. You try and throw something close, get him to chase. If he doesn't, you got the force, you got the double play and line.
Well, they'll bring the right side of the infield in. Shawna will all the way in on the grass. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and that's a line drive to right field. Solaire's looking up, and that ball is gone! A 3-run home run from Bryce Harper, number 11 on the season. And he puts the Phillies up 4-1.
Well, he threw something he wanted to chase. He chased it into the seats in right field. Mercy.
Bryce Harper went up and got that one on the 3-2 pitch. He had just missed a home run a few pitches earlier.
Yeah.
But he didn't miss that one.
He did not. Oh, man. I mean, that was neck high.
It really was. That was up at the shoulders, and somehow Harper got on top of that.
It was like he strided, but kept his hands back.
Alec Bohm, the batter now, takes the first pitch from Eder over for a strike. It's 0-1.
It's almost like a hesitation swing as he started and hesitated and then let it go.
Not a whole lot of people that can do that.
No.
The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low for a ball, 1-1. Well, 4-1 Phillies now. Home run from Schwarber, and now a 3-run home run from Harper. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and fouled at the plate.
And that is something the Phils have dearly missed this year, is their power. It's just not been what they're used to doing.
One ball and 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. And the pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 2-2. Bohm has to get out of the way of that one. Yeah, their record, though, when they hit 2 or 3 home runs, I mean, it's pretty lopsided. It's a good sign. 2-2 pitch. That's also inside for a ball. So the count runs full to Alec Bohm here with 1 out.
Schwarber's been hitting them all along. It's just, Harper picking it up and swinging the bat better of late, and more the rest of the guys need to mix in a little pop.
3-2 pitch, fouled straight back into the net.
Or you hope so.
Well, certainly. I mean, only a couple of guys in double digits. Turner's got 11. Now Harper with 11. Castellanos with 12. And then only
Kepler 10.
Kepler's got 10. But the wind-up to 3-2 pitch. That's foul back.
Ooh. Good thing you fouled that, because I think that was going to hit him if he didn't hit it.
Yeah, I thought that might have hit his hands as been sailed inside a little bit. Bohm digs back in from the right side. Count is full, nobody on. Fills up 4-1 in the pitch. Swung on and fouled again. So Bohm battling. Bohm, .275 hitter against left-handers this year. He's got 3 home runs. Eater from the windup and the 3-2 pitch, and that one is looped out to second base where Rengifo is there to make the catch. Kind of an inside-out swing from Alec Bohm. 2 outs.
Well, Boston meets Philadelphia for an interleague matchup when the Phils host the Red Sox on Monday, July 21st and Tuesday the 22nd, both at 6:45, Wednesday the 23rd at 7:05. That's July 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Grab tickets today at Phillies.com.
Well, Nick Castellanos, the batter, he walked in his first at-bat, and first pitch swinging over the top of that one. It's 0-1 to Nick Castellanos. Eater works quickly, the 0-1 pitch. Down low. It's 1-1. Eater looks in, gets his sign. The 1-1 pitch. And that one's a little low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to Nick Castellanos. With 2 outs here in the third. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, that was a big cut from Nick Castellanos. No contact. So the count is even 2-2. Brandon Marsh waits on deck for the Phils. The windup, the 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled back into the net behind home plate. Count stays 2-2.
That's 47 pitches now for Eater here in his 2 innings or 1 2/3 innings of work.
The windup and the 2-2 pitch, and that one is just a little bit outside for a ball. 3-2. That didn't miss by much.
No, it didn't. Actually, the ball actually ticked that line and the box on the screen.
The count runs full again to another Phillies batter, this time Nick Castellanos. The kick, the pitch, and that one's low and inside for a ball, and he walks him. So Castellanos is on board for the second straight inning, thanks to the walk. And with 2 outs, it'll bring Brandon Marsh to the plate. Marsh flew out to right field in his only at-bat. And now there's going to be a conversation on the mound. As the pitching coach for the Angels, Barry Enright, has made his way out to talk. The entire infield is out there as well. That conversation is now over. So Brandon Marsh will be the batter. Phillies lead it 4-1. 2 outs here in the third. Runner on first. And the first pitch to Marsh is fouled at the plate.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah, off the foot.
Rehak goes out halfway to the mound. Gives Marsh a little time. Gives him time. I guess he gives him time to let it swell up a little bit, huh?
Let it throb for a minute. Yeah. No thanks. No balls and a strike to Brandon Marsh. Castellanos, short lead off first. And the pitch. And that's hit hard on the ground, but right at the second baseman, Rengifo. And he's got it. And over to first in time for the final out. But not before the Phillies get a big swing of the bat from Bryce Harper. A 3-run home run that puts the Phillies up 4-1.
Look at you. Your life is under control. Errands done.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure, whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects. ELEC and the operating engineers, 825, are ready to get to work building our bounce back.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
The RAV fourth inning presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. And leading it off for the Angels here in a 4-1 ball game. Phils with the lead. It's Mike Trout. Struck out in his first at-bat. And the first pitch from Jesus Luzardo is just a little inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Trout has 17 home runs on the season, batting .238. The windup in the 1-0 pitch, and that's a bit high for a ball, 2-0. You mentioned his numbers here in Philadelphia are not good. As an opposing player, Mike Trout, and the windup, the 2-0 pitch, and that one's at the knees for a strike. It's 2-1.
What?
One of two ballparks that he has not homered in.
Really?
Citizens Bank Park. Yeah.
Huh.
The windup, 2-1 pitch, and that's over for a strike. And now I really need him to ground out.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I am going to hear it. Yeah, he's seeking his first career home run at Citizens Bank Park. It would become the 29th different ballpark that he's hit one in. So, 2 balls and 2 strikes to pitch, and just a little bit outside for a ball. So the count runs full to Mike Trout. Taylor Ward waiting on deck. Luzardo looks in, gets the sign, and comes to the plate. Swung on, line drive down the left field line. It's fair ball. And it's going to be in for extra bases. Kepler over there to pick it up in the corner, but Trout will cruise into second, and he's got a leadoff double here to start the fourth.
That ball was hit well. Now I wonder how many Eagles are here to watch him.
Yeah, I mean, he's always there to watch them.
Right. Although
A little different.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, you know, they have 2 other games to come on out.
That's right.
And watch them play, too. Taylor Ward now the batter, and the first pitch to the right-handed hitter over for a strike. It's 0-1. Ward popped out down the right field line. Bryson Stott crossing over into foul territory, made the catch. He's got a runner at second, and the 0-1 pitch. That's down low for a ball. It's 1-1. Luzardo looking for a shutdown inning after the 3-run home run. Bryce Harper gave the Phils the 4-1 lead.
This will be pitch number 51 for Jesus.
Checks the runner, comes to the plate, and big swing and a miss. 1-2. Yeah, the middle of this lineup for the Angels, we talked about where they were in terms of the American League in home runs. Trout with 17 home runs, and that's in some part-time play because he had some injuries that he dealt with. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him. Another strikeout for Luzardo, and a big one there. That's the first out here in the 4th, and it will bring Joe Adell to the plate.
Yeah, Ward with 21.
Mm-hmm. And then Adell here with 19.
19, yep.
Some pop.
And Ohapi has 17. Or did I write that wrong?
No, that's right. Joe Adell the batter, and he takes the first pitch. A little bit outside and low for a ball, 1-0. Adell struck out in his only at-bat so far, back in the 2nd. Trout's at second. Leadoff double. 1 out in the pitch. Swung on and line drive center field. Marsh is going back. He's at the track. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. Straight away center field for Joe Adell, and that is his 20th of the year. And just like that, the Angels right back in it. It's 4-3.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about. These guys can hit the home run.
That they can.
So that'll bring Jorge Soler to the plate.
That slider that when it starts the outer half of the plate and breaks into the inner half of the plate, that's not a good place for it.
First pitch to Soler. Takes that one inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Soler homered in his first at-bat. He tied the ball game up in the 2nd with a solo shot. The windup and the pitch. That one's down low and inside as well. It's
all runs in this game via the home run.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Each team with 2 home runs. Solo shot each and a 2-run shot by the Angels, a 3-run shot from the Phils. The windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, and that one's hit high in the air, left field. Kepler drifting back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It looks like he's going to have room right in front of the Xfinity sign out there in left center field. And it's a long out for Soler, the 2nd out.
Well, kids 14 and under are invited to Circle the Diamond for Nemours Children's Health Kids Run the Bases after the Phillies host the Orioles for an interleague matchup on Wednesday, August 6th at 12:35. Secure your seats today at Phillies.com.
So Logan Ohapi, the batter now, on the first pitch to the former Phil's farmhand. He swings over the top of that for a strike. Ohapi drafted by the Phillies back in 2018, but then traded to the Angels in 2022 for Brandon Marsh. Takes the next pitch inside, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Logan Ohapi.
Both those, a home run and then that ball that by Soler just hit both changeups. I thought they were sliders.
Wind up the 1-1 pitch. That one's inside for a ball.
It's just the way the changeup was moving into the right-hander. Generally, it's something that tails away from the right-hander.
Well, 2 balls and a strike to Logan Ohapi, and he fouls that one straight back. I know that changeup was pretty effective for Luzardo in his last game against the Giants. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ohapi. Luzardo looks in, gets his sign from JT Realmuto. And the pitch. And that one's a little bit inside for a ball, so another full count to an Angels hitter. It's 3-2 to Ohapi. The windup, the 3-2 pitch. Foul, that'll play. Hoppy singled back in the second in his only at bat, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So another strikeout for Jesus Luzardo. That is his 6th of the night, but the Angels able to get back on the board again. A 2-run home run from Joe Adell. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's 4-3.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped. They got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Visit AZECexteriors.com.
During the Phillies 2025 season, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $1 for every Tito's cocktail sold at Citizens Bank Park to Phillies charities up to a total of $20,000. Tito's Handmade Vodka is a proud sponsor of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
The RAV4th inning presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2025 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Well, JT Realmuto will lead it off for the Phillies here in the 4th. Phillies with a 4-3 lead, looking for some more. Jake Eder back out on the hill for the Angels, and his first pitch to Realmuto is over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that one's down low for a ball. It's 1-1 to JT Realmuto, who singled back in the second. It'll be Realmuto, Kepler, and Stott, 7-8-9 for the Phils. Eder's kicks, and the pitch swung on in. That's lifted into left center field, and it's not going to be caught. It's in the gap, and it's going to one-hop the wall. And JT Realmuto will cruise into second with a leadoff double here in the 4th. Another base hit for JT.
All right. Let's see if we can get a run back, maybe a couple.
Kind of got that off the end of the bat, but dropped it into a good spot. And Adell out there in center field, no chance. So Max Kepler will be the batter. He grounded into a 1-6-3 double play in his first at bat. Realmuto leads off second. The first pitch to Kepler swung on and popped up into shallow center field. Adell, a couple steps to his left. He'll make the catch. Realmuto's going to tag and go for third, and he'll be in there sliding head first. So Kepler at least able to move the runner along to third with less than 2 outs, and Phillies with an opportunity here with Bryson Stott coming to the plate.
Yep. I would not be surprised to see Stott put one down or lay one down. Infield all in, though, all in on the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the outfield playing Stott to the opposite field, the infield in, as Larry said. And the first pitch to Stott is a breaking ball that stays up a little bit. Sweeper, and it's 1-0 to Bryson Stott. He grounded out third base in his only at bat. JT takes short lead off third, and the next pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. Phillies top of the order. Trey Turner waits on deck. Runner at third, one out here in the fourth. And the 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit hard at first. Shawnwell in and out of the glove, but he's able to recover. Steps on first, gets the out. JT couldn't go anywhere. It was hard hit. Shawnwell down there, and a little bit of bad luck for Stott. He hit it hard, but right at the first baseman, so 2 outs. So it'll be up to Trey Turner, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled back in the third. He also struck out. Infield goes back to their normal depth with 2 outs. In the first pitch to Turner, fouls it off the end of the bat, and squibs foul up the first base line. No balls and a strike to Trey Turner. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back.
Oh. Clank. Front row. Now it's down in the lower bowl.
Oh, they had their chance.
Had a chance.
Up at the Hall of Fame level, in and out of the hands. Count is quickly 0-2 to Turner. And the pitch from Eder, and that one is a one-hopper over the head of Eder, but in comes the second baseman, Rengifo, and he's able to make the play. And that's the final out. So 4-3 goes the put out, and the Phillies unable to capitalize on the leadoff double. So we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. They still have a 1-run lead.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my...
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yeah, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Phillies gear and today's special offer.
Well, top of the 5th inning, Phillies with a 4-3 lead. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Angels here. Jesus Luzardo back out on the hill for the Phils. Rengifo first to face him. He struck out in his only at-bat in the first pitch. And that one is a little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. It's a nice play by Rengifo to finish up the bottom half of the inning. The windup, the 1-0 pitch. And that one's hit on the ground to third base, and it bounces foul. Barehanded by Bohm. He wasn't going to get Rengifo, but it is foul.
It looked like it was in fair, and then just as he got to the bag, he reached to his right.
That last bounce might have had a little bit of spin on it.
I think so. Yep.
So Rengifo will come on back, and we'll do it again. And let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here on the Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by the Tasty Cake Studios. The home of the Phillies. 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station.
4-3 Phillies with the lead here tonight at Citizens Bank Park. Greg Murphy alongside Larry Anderson. Mike Tuberosa here in the booth. Justin D'Orazio back at our studios. Count is 1-1 to Rengifo. And the pitch. It swung on and hit down the right field line. It's slicing foul. It'll be into the seats. It's 1-2. Of course, the Angels being managed by their interim manager, Ray Montgomery, because Ron Washington had to leave the bench, their manager, for health reasons. 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Nice play by JT.
Not just tonight.
No, back on June the 20th.
Right.
He had to leave, and they announced that he would not be back for the remainder of the season. But according to all reports, he's in good spirits.
Good.
As he's being treated for whatever ailment, and we wish Ron Washington the best, one of the real great characters in the game. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Jesus Luzardo.
All right.
I say one of the great characters, but also one of the great baseball men. Everybody who plays for Ron Washington seems to have nothing but great things to say about it. I remember when he was a coach with Atlanta. He was the third base coach down there for a while, and getting an opportunity to talk with him. Just a real terrific baseball man for sure. Well, Kevin Newman steps in, and he takes the first pitch, and big swing, no contact. It's 0-1 to Newman. He struck out in his only at-bat. 7 strikeouts so far, but this one lofted into left field, and it's going to be in for a base hit. Over the head of Trey Turner and in front of Max Kepler. So Kevin Newman in the 9-hole gets a base hit, 1 out here in the 5th inning. So Zach Neto will be the batter, leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Ground out and a walk. And Newman takes his lead off first, and the first pitch to Neto, over for a strike. Now time is called by Neto. He steps back out. Newman being held on by Harper down there at first. The windup, the 0-1 pitch. And that one's a little low for a ball, 1-1.
Oh, my goodness.
You disagree?
That whole ball didn't even hit the line. It was in the box.
Luzardo goes off the back of the mound, grabs the rosin bag, takes a minute. Now he checks the runner. He's ready to go. From the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. That's inside for a ball, 2-1.
I mean, I understand that with these boxes and that, if it's close to the line and they miss it, it's one thing. But when the whole ball is in the box, it's like those aren't pitches you should miss.
2-1 pitch, down in the dirt. It's 3-1 now to Neto. Yeah, you could tell immediately the reaction from Luzardo.
And JT starting,
sure.
Hesitating, throwing the ball back, double clutches.
Well, the count is 3-1 now to Neto. Newman leads off first, and a throw over. He dives back safely. Phillies lead at 4-3. We're in the 5th with 1 out. Luzardo gets his sign from JT. Checks the runner at first. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit on the background to third. Bohm has it. 1-hop throw to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time for the double play. But what a play by Alec Bohm. Getting the out at second. Really impressive. Into foul territory. And basically had to turn 180 to throw that to second base.
Tremendous.
Nice job.
Yes.
So he gets the lead runner. And with 2 outs, it'll be Nolan Shaunawell, first baseman for the Angels. Neto down there at first. As we told you before, he is a threat to run. And a throw over, chases him back. Shaunawell has grounded out twice to the shortstop. One of them a double play. And the first pitch to Shaunawell at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Shaunawell, a left-handed hitter, facing Luzardo. checks the runner at first, then the pitch. And it's fouled straight back, so quickly ahead of Shawnuel 0-2.
Shawnuel a little upset with himself there. He had a slider, and it was belt high and split the plate.
Well, no balls and 2 strikes. Shawnuel takes a timeout. Now he's ready to go. Luzardo checks the runner at first. Still holding. And the pitch. And it's way outside for a ball. Nice play by JT to scoop that up on the one hop. Luzardo waited and waited, which kind of got him out of his normal rhythm for sure.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah. But good to show the runner over there at first, something a little different every once in a while, especially if you're ahead in the count.
I like to see that.
Yeah.
It's just some guys can hold it a long time. Most guys can't.
A 1-2 pitch, and that one's outside as well. So 2-2 now to Shawnuel.
That was pitch number 80.
Neto leads off first. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and hit back up the middle for a base hit into center field. Neto will round second, and he'll head on over to third. And with 2 outs, the Angels now with runners on the corner with Mike Trout coming to the plate. Good piece of hitting right there from Shawnuel.
There's just too many pitches that belt high in the middle of the plate. It just can't live there.
So Trout will come to the plate. He doubled in his last at bat and then scored on the Adele home run. And he's got an opportunity here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And the first pitch from Luzardo. Big swing and a miss.
And slider again, or he's had good success with that slider against these right-handers if he throws it in that spot.
It's no balls and a strike to Trout, and the pitch. And that one's over for a strike. Fastball at 98 on the inside corner. Good pitch there from Luzardo. Yep. So he's ahead of Mike Trout 0-2. That'll get the crowd on their feet here at Citizens Bank Park. Luzardo having a hard time hearing the pitch comm. I asked for them to relay it again. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back.
Another fastball, much like the last one, in the inside corner, elevated a little bit. Good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch, and nice job for Trout to fire, get a piece of that, fire it back to the net. So the count stays 0-2 to Trout. Runners on the corners. From the stretch, the pitch. That's a bit upstairs for a ball. It's 1-2. 99 on that one. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And down low, 2-2. Neto's at third. He reached on a fielder's choice. Shawnuel at first. He's singled. 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the 5th. Kick and the pitch. Swung on, line drive into center field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. Shawnuel will round second, and he will head to third. So an RBI single for Mike Trout. And that'll tie up the ball game here in the 5th, and the Angels still with runners on the corners and 2 outs.
Not a bad pitch. He went down and got it below the knees.
So Caleb Cotham's going to come out now and have a chat with his left-hander. JT Realmuto will join him on the mound.
Why would he not go back to that slider or whatever it is he's throwing down and into the right-handers? Why?
Yeah, he got Trout to swing over the top of that a couple of times.
And he, I mean, the first strike he threw him was that, and then why not? Why do you never see it again? I don't. And he had success with it against him in previous at bats.
Phillies getting some action in the bullpen as well. It's a right-hander. So Taylor Ward now will be the hitter as the conversation comes to an end on the mound. Got a brand new ball game here. We're all tied up at 4, and the Angels threatening with 2 outs. They've got runners on the corners.
Max Lazar up for the Phillies.
Luzardo looks in, and the first pitch to Ward down low for a ball. It's 1-0.
Brock Burke, the left-hander, up for the Angels.
I would think Luzardo's got to be a little careful with Ward here. And next pitch inside and low for a ball, 2-0.
This is obviously one of the problems with Luzardo is a pitch count and just, the quality pitches. He can throw strikes, but sometimes he can't command it in the zone.
2-0 pitch, and that one's inside as well. And yeah, all of a sudden it seems like he's lost a little bit of his command. So the count is 3-0 to Taylor Ward. There is a base open. That base is at second. But Joe Adell waits on deck. He already homered once tonight. 3 balls and no strikes to Ward. And now Luzardo steps off. Luzardo checks the runners, comes to the plate, and that pitch is at the knees for a strike. It's 3-1. He was taking all the way. That's actually a little bit higher than the knees. Pretty good pitch. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch. And that one in the dirt, so he walks him. And the bases are loaded with Angels here. 2 outs in the 5th. And Joe Adell.
And that's going to be
the plate.
it.
Yeah, here comes Rob Thompson. That's going to be it for his left-hander. He's going to go get Max Lazar. So Luzardo's going to leave with the bases full and a tie ball game. And Phillies will have a pitching change, so we'll take a pitching change timeout. Get you the details coming up on the other side. We're all tied up at 4, and the Angels threatening.
My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Max Lazar will be the new pitcher for the Phillies. He comes in a tight spot. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 5th. Tie ball game, all tied up at 4. Lazar entering his 16th game of the season. He's got a 3.54 ERA. And he's got a tough hitter to face in Joe Adell. Adell homered in his last at-bat back in the 4th. It was a 2-run home run.
Max has inherited 6 runners. None have scored.
Well, let's keep that trend going.
Yep.
He looks in and he gets his sign from JT Realmuto. And the first pitch to Adell is a breaking ball, and it's over for a strike. Working from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled down the right field line and out of play. So he's quickly ahead of Adell, 0-2. Sean Noel at third, Trout at second, Taylor Ward at first. 1 run across in the inning. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch And it's a breaking ball, just missed. Pretty good take by Adele there.
Really?
Lazard trying to get out of trouble for Jesus Luzardo. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to the shortstop Turner. He's got it. Throw over to second in time to get the out at second. And Lazard does his job. Gets out of trouble, keeps those runners right where they are. And we will head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 1 run across there, so we're all tied up at 4.
Designers, excavators, engineers, architects, listen up.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field.
yeah.
You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Available at your favorite deli, sandwich shop, supermarket, and exclusively in Citizens Bank Park. Lissio's Bakery. It all starts with the bread, and proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go, Phils.
Phillies baseball, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Time for the Citizen Stats leader. Well, might have seen it Tuesday night. Pete Alonso went 1 for 2 with a 3-run home run to put the National League up 6-0 after 6 innings. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
I did see that.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then this guy, Kyle Schwarber, gave the National League the win.
Right.
As he steps in tonight. He's been on base twice, home run and a walk, and he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0 to Kyle Schwarber. It is 31st home run.
Brock Burke on the mound now for
new pitcher for the Angels, the lefty. And that pitch sails high and inside to Schwarber. It's 2-0.
Last 25 outings since May 20th, he's got a 1.35 earned run average.
A third-round pick from the Tampa Bay Rays. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Back in 2014 out of high school, went to high school in Colorado. They played for Texas for a couple seasons, now with the Angels for the last 2. Next pitch swung on and popped up, and that one's going to find the seats. And the count is even now, 2-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Became just the second player, did Kyle, to hit 30 or more home runs before the All-Star break in Phillies history. The only other player to do that was Mike Schmidt. Back in 1979, he had 31. Kyle had 30. He now has 31, thanks to tonight. The next pitch is at the knees for a called third strike, and Schwarber knew it. So he's the first out here in the 5th, and that'll bring Bryce Harper to the plate. Harper homered in his last at-bat, a 3-run shot back in the 3rd. We talked about how he went up to get that, Larry.
Yeah.
That pitch that he hit out was 3.80 feet off the ground. First pitch to Harper, swung on and line drive into right center field, and that's going to find the gap. It's going to roll all the way back to the wall. Harper will cruise into second. Adele gets it back into the infield, but it's a double for Bryce Harper, his second extra base hit of the night, and he's a one-out base runner over there at second.
All right.
Yeah, let's get that run right back. And it'll bring Alec Boehm to the plate just to finish that thought. So it was 3.80 feet off the ground, which is pretty high pitch, right? The 4th highest pitch he's hit for a home run in his career.
Wow.
Yeah. According to StatCast. Well, he's over at second base now, and Alec Bohm with an opportunity here. Bohm with a ground out and a line out so far tonight. Harper with a short lead off second. And the first pitch to Alec Bohm is down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Burke works from the stretch. He comes set, glove at the chest, then the pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. It's 1-1.
Last inning, a leadoff double, but couldn't get the run home. Hopefully he can do it here.
Yeah, we'll try the 1-out double. See how that works out.
Yep.
1 ball and 1 strike to Bohm. And the pitch. That's a big swing, no contact there, so it's 1-2. Bohm way out ahead of the changeup there from Burke. Burke checks the runner at second and to the plate. And it's hit on the ground to second. Rengifo has it and over to first in time. Harper will move up to third base, but with 2 outs, they're going to need a hit from Nick Castellanos.
That last pitch at 98. So Burke starts out with a slider, then a changeup, then 98.
Can understand why Bohm was a little behind it, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah. So Castellanos steps in. He's been on base twice. He's walked twice. And the first pitch from the left-hander is on the inside corner for a strike. Base hit here would give Nick Castellanos an RBI, and that would be his 900th of his career.
Oh.
Next pitch, swung on and hit on the ground, lightly to shortstop. Neto has it and over to first in time for the out. Nice play over there by Shawnuel as well to dig it out of the dirt, and the Phillies go quietly here in the 5th. After the 1-out double by Harper, nothing else, and we will head to the 6th inning. We're all tied up here at 4.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
It's Marsh Madness for kids 14 and under who receive a branded Marsh basketball jersey presented by CP Rankin Roofing Experts on Saturday, July 19th when the Phils face the Angels at 6:05. Get tickets at Phillies.com.
The Phillies play here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Chick-fil-A nugget of the game, July 18th, 1983. For the second time since becoming GM, Paul Owens goes from the front office to the dugout to manage the Phils. This time he replaces Pat Corrales with the Phillies 43-43, half game behind division-leading St. Louis.
Jordan Romano is the new pitcher for the Phillies. Jorge Soler, first to face him, takes the first pitch over for a strike. 38th game for Romano with the ERA of 7.29, and the pitch to Soler down low for a ball. It's 1-1. Romano bends at the waist, gets the sign from JT Realmuto. And the pitch. That one's upstairs for a ball. 2-1. Home run for Soler back in the second, and he flew out to left field in the fourth. 2-1 pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. It's
so Lazar threw 4 pitches, so I guess they don't want him to sit down and go back out, or are they worried about if he throws another inning, then he can't pitch tomorrow, I guess?
That's probably more about it, yeah. 2-2 pitch, and that one's way out.
I got to be honest, that's just a joke.
Well, I think if you ask Lazar, he'd like to go back out there. The count is full to Jorge Soler, and the pitch. And that one is a little bit low for a ball, and he walks him. So a leadoff walk by Jordan Romano, and it's going to make some folks restless here. It'll bring Logan O'Hoppe to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He struck out and he singled. Soler will take a very short lead off first, and the first pitch to O'Hoppe is fouled down the third base line. No balls and a strike to O'Hoppe. And the pitch. And that one's a little bit high for a ball, 1-1. Soler not much of a threat to run, but Romano not all that good at holding the runners on. So
it's neutralized there then.
1 ball and a strike, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut by Logan O'Hoppe.
That's a 4-seamer at 93.
That it's down.
Yeah.
Romano checks the runner. Now a time is called by O'Hoppe. He'll step out of the box. It's been a strange season for Jordan Romano. There's no doubt about it. He's had spurts where he's been very good, but he's obviously had a lot of trouble coming out of the bullpen as well. The 1-2 pitch. That one's way outside and short of the plate. JT Realmuto had to stop that with the backhand on the 1-hop. So it's 2-2.
And when things are going bad, and I know from experience, it is really tough to battle that day in and day out when you know you're not right and you can't figure it out.
2-2 pitch, and he fouls that one straight down. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's had a lot of success in the big leagues. I mean, he was introduced before the game as, one of the Phillies All-Stars of the past. He's a 2-time All-Star with Toronto, but he's just never really got on track this year. The 2-2 pitch swung on, hit in the air, center field. Marsh will drift back. He's back at the track now, but he'll have room and he'll make the catch. Soler's going to tag from first, and here comes the throw into second, not in time. Pretty good base running by Soler there, as Marsh had to drift all the way back to the warning track to catch that. So with 1 out, there's a runner at second, and Rengifo will be the batter.
You see Marsh pointing to everybody saying, hey, you got to talk out here. He said that it was tough to follow that, to keep track of it, and probably the reason Soler was able to take second is Marsh was getting under it and just doing everything he could just to make sure he saw it.
First pitch to Rengifo is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Couple of strikeouts so far for Rengifo, and certainly Romano could use one of those right here. Checks the runner at second and comes to the plate, and it's fouled out of play. So quickly 0-2 to the 8-hole hitter for the Angels with Kevin Newman waiting on deck. Romano bends at the waist, gets the sign from JT. Straightens up, comes set, glove at the belt. Looks back at the runner, then to the plate. Swung on, and that one is lifted into center field, not deep. Right there is Marsh, he'll make the catch. And unable to advance there is Soler, so 2 outs.
One thing that's amazing, I mean, we've seen it for 20-something years here. When it's hot and muggy, that ball just seems to just go and go and go here.
Yeah, the one off the bat from Ohapi I did not think was going to make it to the warning track, and it did.
It certainly did.
So with 2 outs, it's Kevin Newman. He's 1 for 2 tonight, but batting just .202 coming in to this game. And the first pitch to Newman, line drive, but right at the shortstop, Trey Turner, who makes the catch for the final out. So Jordan Romano able to get through after the leadoff single, and that's all the trouble he gets in. So with that, the Phillies will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're still all tied up at 4.
You're lauded by your teammates for your low-key vibe, Taurus, but you also deserve your moment underneath the stadium lights. One way to drum up some extra attention could be by sharing your journey from youth baseball to the major leagues. Fans will be riveted to hear your story, which ultimately leads to becoming a star player.
While everyone's listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure, whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects. ELEC and the operating engineers, 825, are ready to get to work building our bounce back.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-4 tie here in South Philadelphia, and Brandon Marsh will lead it off for the Phils. And the first pitch to Marsh fouled straight back. That's 0-1. Marsh 0 for 2 tonight, a fly out and a ground out. Burke comes set, and then the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Brandon Marsh. Marsh will call timeout and step out. Brock Burke back in for his second inning of work for the Angels. Marsh back in to face the left-hander. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him. So 3 pitches and a strikeout for Burke to lead off here in the 6th.
Well, the Independence Blue Cross Player Spotlight is focused on Kyle Schwarber, who became the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit a home run to win the All-Star game without touching any bases.
I love it. That was, I wasn't expecting that because I didn't realize that they had put that. Yeah, they had put that rule in place a couple years ago, and it finally came into play.
Yeah,
and it was cool. I have to admit, I thought it was pretty cool.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Our team at 267-662-1200 for a free consultation. That's 267-662-1200 or visit smbb.com.
Well, the new pitcher for the Angels is right-hander Sam Bachman, 25-year-old. First-round pick for the Angels back in 2021. Appearing in his 13th game, and he'll face JT Realmuto on the first pitch to JT. Is down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Bachman out of the Miami University of Ohio. JT 2 for 2 tonight. Double and a single, and he takes that pitch and check swing on the outside corner. It's a called strike. So it's 1-1 to JT Realmuto. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. All tied up at 4. And the pitch. And that one's at the knees for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. Bachman looks in, gets his sign from Ohapi, kicks, and the pitch. It's way inside, almost hit him. JT turns out of the way, so the count is even 2-2. Just his 13th appearance for Bachman. He's only pitched 11 innings so far for the Angels this year. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit on the ground, back up the middle, but the second baseman Rengifo was there and over to first in time to get the out, 2 outs. So that'll bring Max Kepler to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
He's about due for a bomb, isn't he?
I'd say so. 10 on the year. Bryce Harper got his 11th tonight. Why not Max Kepler? First pitch to the left-handed hitter is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch to Kepler. A little bit low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 runs, 7 hits for the Angels so far tonight. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Phillies. And the pitch. Oh, way inside. Kepler gets out of the way of that one. It's 2-1. Wind up the 2-1 pitch, and that one's fouled straight back. It's 2-2 now to Kepler with Bryson Stott waiting his turn. Kepler trying to give him an opportunity. 2 outs here in the 6th.
He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of confidence in his fastball. 97, but going to a lot of other stuff.
Comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. And that one is served the other way, but the third baseman, Newman, is right there to make the catch on the line drive for the final out. So line drive to the third baseman, and Kepler is out. 1-2-3 go the Phillies here in the 6th. We'll head to the 7th, still all tied up at 4.
Hey.
Hackers suck. So does juggling multiple apps to run your business. Meet Trust yusei from Telesystem, an AI-powered voice, video, and messaging platform with built-in cybersecurity awareness training. Visit hackersuck.com to learn more.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Top of the 7th inning for the Phils and the Angels, all tied up at 4. And the new pitcher for the Phillies is left-hander Tanner Banks. The pitching change brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Phillies grounds crew. And Banks comes in to face the top of the order here in the 7th. It'll be Zach Neto leading it off. Neto's been on base a couple of times. He walked back in the 3rd, safe on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Scored a run. And the first pitch from Banks, a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and hit in the air, right field. Castellanos a couple steps to his right in the alley, and he makes the catch. 1 out.
All right, well, the PGW game summary. Phil's got on the board first with a Schwarbaum in the first inning, his 31st, but Soler tied it up with top of the 2nd for the Angels with his 11th. Then Harper with the 3-run shot in the bottom of the 3rd. That was his 11th home run. They came back, Angels came back with a 2-run home run off the bat of Joe Adell in the 4th. Then they scored another one in the 5th to tie it up. It's a 4-4 ball game going to the 7th. PGW fueling the future.
Now Nolan Shawnowell, the batter now for the Angels, and that one is a little bit low from Tanner Banks. It's 1-0. Yeah, a lot of home runs in this one.
Yeah.
But that's all the offense for either team, really.
Best game Trout's had here in his, I think, 4 games.
A couple of hits for Mike Trout, a double and a single.
An RBI single in the 5th that tied the game up.
2 balls and no strikes to Shawnowell and the pitch. And that one is just a little bit low for a ball. And it's 3-0. Banks kicks, then 3-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Banks looks in, gets his sign from JT Realmuto. And he kicks in the pitch. And that one's fouled straight back, so he battles back, and the count is full now to Shawnowell. 1 out here in the 7th. 4-4 game. Mike Trout waits on deck.
It's the 41st game for Tanner Banks, and I got to say, he's been one of the biggest unsung heroes of this ball club.
I would agree. Stepping up after Alvarado had to leave the team, and
takes the ball, goes multiple innings if you need him.
3-2 pitch. That's down low, though. He walks him. So a 1-out base runner for the Angels here in the 7th, and that'll bring their middle of their lineup up, starting with Mike Trout. 2 for 3 tonight. How about a ground ball to short right here?
Yeah, I'll take that.
First pitch to Trout is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Overall, Trout just 171 against the Phils. 0-1 pitch. That in 11 games, but a couple of hits tonight, including the one to tie this up. And the pitch. And that one's a little bit high for a ball, so 2 balls and a strike now to Mike Trout. Shawnowell gets a lead off first, being held on by Harper. Banks glances his way, kicks, and the pitch. And it's fouled back, 2-2. I wonder if Mike spent the All-Star break here in the Philadelphia area. I guess maybe he would have, right?
Would think.
2-2 pitch, and that one's a little bit outside for a ball, 3-2. Count is even to Mike Trout, count is full to Mike Trout, and the pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Big pitch there from Tanner Banks. He gets the strikeout on Trout. It's the 2nd out here in the 7th.
Nice, very nice. That's a big out right there.
Sure is. So that'll bring up Taylor Ward. can't let up on this guy with 21 home runs. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He walked back in the 5th. 65 runs batted in already, does Ward. The first pitch inside for a ball. It's 1-0.
I know it's hard to believe, but Anthony Rendon is not going to be playing in this game or in this series.
Yes, I did put him on my scorecard. 1-0 pitch, swung on, and that one is hit high and deep to left field. Kepler's going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and he's out of room. That's a 2-run shot for Taylor Ward, and it gives the Angels a 6-4 lead. Another home run for the Angels. It's what they do best, and they're doing it here tonight in Philly. Well, just like that, I mean, you know, you get the strikeout of Trout, and you think, all right, just one more guy to go, but left that one over the plate, and Ward didn't miss it.
Nope.
So that'll bring Joe Adell to the plate. And the Phillies are going to have to play comeback in this one. And first pitch to Adell over for a strike. It's 0-1. Adell homered back in the 4th inning. It was a 2-run shot. He's also grounded out and struck out. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit down the right field line, but foul. And it's 0-2. Shattered his bat, so Adell will need a new one of those.
As hot as it's been here, and as we talked about, how the ball carries when it's hot and muggy, and it's started a lot earlier this year, the fact that the Phils can't hit home runs, it's just, I mean, Harper and Schwarber, but, I mean, it's
not enough.
Nuh-uh.
No. No balls and 2 strikes to Adell. Banks, the pitch. Swung on right back at Banks on a 2-hopper. He gets it and flips it underhand over to Harper for the final out. But not before the Angels put 2 on the board and take the lead. And as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, Phillies trail it 6-4.
Hey, Philly, it's me, your car. I'm feeling a bit more secure these days.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
For counting down the minutes to the first pitch. And for losing our voice before the 7th inning stretch. We're made for leading rallies and for following box scores. We're made for celebrating big moments. And we're made ready with Citizens. Citizens, fellow fans, and the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Your local Chevy dealers are making a big difference in the lives of youth baseball players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. The Phillies salutes Seoka Chevrolet in Quakertown for their support of the Quakertown Youth Baseball Association.
The home of the Phillies, 94 WIP.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Philadelphia Phillies may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Well, and Bryson Stott is going to be lifted from this game for a pinch hitter. Edmundo Sosa going to come in to face the left-hander. Gets a nice round of applause. So it'll be Sosa, then the top of the order for the Phillies. They've got some work to do. They trail it by 2 here in South Philadelphia, 6-4 right now. It's the Angels using the long ball tonight. They now have 142 home runs hit this season. That includes tonight. That's 5th best in all of baseball.
Again, they only hit, 2 232, I want to say, coming into the game. 232 as a team, 12th in the American League. But home runs, score runs.
First pitch to Edmundo Sosa is a big swing and no contact. Reed Detmers is the new pitcher for the Angels, the left-hander. And the next pitch from Detmers is fouled out of play. So quickly 0-2 to Edmundo Sosa.
And Detmers has been lights out from May 2nd to July 7th, 22 consecutive games. He did not allow an earned run.
0-2 pitch. That's inside and low for a ball, 1-2. Yeah, that's a pretty good run right there. This is his 41st appearance of the year. The 1-2 pitch. That's upstairs, 2-2.
But yet, even with those numbers, and you look at the ERAs, 4.15 ERA. Opponent's hitting 261 off him.
2-2 pitch. Fouled over the Angels dugout down the third base line. So the count stays 2-2 to Edmundo Sosa. Edmundo, who his numbers as a starter have been outstanding offensively, well over 300 as a hitter, as a starter, had struggled coming into situations like this. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that's the first out here, a strikeout by Detmers on Sosa. I was going to say he did get his first hit in that role out there in San Francisco, but not here tonight, so he's the first out, and that'll bring Trey Turner to the plate. Turner 1 for 3. He singled and scored back in the third. He's grounded out and struck out. And the first pitch to Turner inside for a ball, 1-0. Detmers just 26 years old. He was a first-round pick of the Angels back in 2020. Next pitch, way inside. Look out, Trey Turner had to move his feet on that one. He goes stumbling across home plate. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Trey Turner. Phillies need base runners. Detmers, a graduate of the University of Louisville. 2-0 pitch. And that one is over for a strike. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch, swung on and hit on the ground to third base, and up with it is Newman, and across the diamond in time for the out. 2 outs, 5-3 goes the put out, and quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, and Kyle Schwarber will be the batter.
The Phillies have 1 hit in their last 11 at bats.
We have seen this, really too much from this team, where the droughts in between big moments offensively, they're too long. Yeah. Schwarber steps in, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. One for 2 tonight is Schwarber, the home run. He also walked. 1-0 pitch, swung on, line drive down the right field line, but foul. Just a little out ahead of that one. So it's 1-1 now to Schwarber. To wind up the 1-1 pitch. It's over for a strike. It's 1-2. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Phillies trail by 2. The windup, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's an easy inning for Reed Detmers here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Phillies. We're headed to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies still trail by 2.
Phillies fans can tell you might not notice the early warning sign.
5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped. They got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Our homes, cook our food, and dry our clothes affordably.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Phils is right-hander Daniel Robert coming in to face Jorge Soler. Robert, 6 games so far for the Phils, just 4 innings, 2.25 ERA. Soler will be the first to face him. He's 2 for 3 tonight, single and a home run. And the windup in the first pitch to Soler. First pitch swinging, he fouls it out of play. It's 0-1.
Somebody made a heck of a play.
Apparently. Robert looks in, gets his sign, and the 0-1 pitch, and that's over for a strike. Fastball 97 on the outside corner, good pitch.
Yeah.
And quickly 0-2 to Jorge Soler.
I mean, if you can bottle that up, you throw 97 like that, you can have a lot of success.
0-2 pitch, swung on, and that one's lined into right field, but just a couple steps to his right goes Castellanos, and he's able to make the catch, 1 out. So that'll bring Logan O'Hoppe to the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Robert comes set. He works from the stretch. And the first pitch to O'Hoppe is fouled out of play. While we have a second, I want to send out best wishes to Eddie Woodruff, who's recovering at the University of Pennsylvania. He's waiting for a couple of months for a stem cell transplant. He's battling leukemia. 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play. And finally able to do the transplant yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, his father, buddy-in-law, works here with us at the ballpark, and his nephew able to donate the stem cells. And
nice.
Yeah. So he's recovering, and we wish him the best. And the pitch to O'Hoppe is fouled off of JT Realmuto, who took that one. I don't know if that hit him in the thigh or the wrist, but he's going to need a minute.
I'm not sure, but he came hopping out of there.
So count 0-2 remains to Logan O'Hoppe. But yeah, best wishes to Eddie. It was a long time. They weren't able to do the transplant. He was, going through his treatments, and they needed to wait, but able to do it. And yeah, so we're wishing him the best.
Great to hear.
No balls and 2 strikes to Logan O'Hoppe. And the pitch swung on, line drive, left center field. Marsh is on the run. He's at the gap. He's looking up. It's going to hit off the wall, and now it's going to bounce away from him. And O'Hoppe is rounding second. He's going to try for third. Here comes the throw, and not in time. And that is going to be a triple for Logan O'Hoppe. And Marsh off the angled wall. It got away from him. Kepler
is not playing it off the angle very well. It was.
Yeah, I'm not sure Marsh could have done much else. I mean, he went back there thinking he had a chance.
But the ball hit the bottom, hit the warning track. But he stopped.
Well, it's a 1-out triple for Logan O'Hoppe, and it's going to bring Rengifo to the plate. Infield in for the Phillies, and the first pitch to Rengifo is at the knees for a strike. Hoppy can really run for a catcher, can he?
Yep.
Time is called as Robert goes off the back of the mound. Rengifo wants a minute. Infield in for the Phillies. They trail it by 2 here in the 8th. And the 0-1 pitch, and it's way inside. Rengifo able to get out of the way. So it's 1-1. Phillies can ill afford to allow this run to come home from third. Robert from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Well, strikeout would go a long way right here.
Absolutely.
One ball and 2 strikes to Rengifo. And the pitch. That's inside as well, 2-2. Robert comes set. Glove at the chest, checks the runner at third. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, popped up, down the third base line. Bohm giving chase, but he won't have a play. Foul ball. So we'll do it again. Count stays 2-2.
Angels with 9 hits, 5 of them extra bases.
That is their MO.
Yep.
It's the only way they've been able to win games. They keep it close, and they've won a lot of games late so far this year as well. They have a really good record in one-run games. They lead this one by 2, and they're looking for more. Infield in for the Phillies. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rengifo. The pitch outside for a ball, 3-2. Kevin Newman waits on deck.
With the inconsistencies, I'll say, for the bullpen and the offense, the Phillies are very fortunate to be where they're at.
Count is full. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big strikeout there. The sweeper, and he gets Rengifo swinging over the top. 2 outs.
One more to get.
That'll bring the 9-hole hitter to the plate. Kevin Newman came into the game batting just .202, but he does have a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. Hoppy down there at third, 2 outs. Infield's back, and the first pitch to Newman on the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. This is the batter you want to get right here. Don't want to go back to the top of the order. No balls and a strike to Newman. And the pitch. That's upstairs for a ball, 1-1. $44,482 here tonight, but they are quiet at the moment as Robert works on Newman. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. So now the crowd trying to get some energy down onto the field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 2 outs. Robert comes set, checks Hoppy at third, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robert there, and he gets out of trouble. They work around the triple and get out unscathed here in the 8th. But the Phillies with some work to do offensively as we head to the bottom of the 8th. They trail it 6-4.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Land.
KYP.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Phillies trail it 6-4, and the new pitcher for the Angels is the right-hander Jose Fermin, 23-year-old out of the Dominican Republic, appearing in his 19th game so far this year with a 3.86 ERA, and he will face Bryce Harper to lead it off for the Phils. Harper's had a big night. He's had the 3-run home run. He's also doubled, 2 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch is down in the dirt. It's 1-0 to Bryce Harper. But the Phillies need a little bit more. Fermin comes set, and the pitch swung on. Line drive, left field, going back on it is Ward, looking up, and that ball is gone! Another home run for Bryce Harper, his second of the game, his 12th of the season. And he pulls the Phillies to within 1. It's 6-5.
That is a great sign, seeing him going that way with the home run, a line shot just over the railing, and brings him within 1.
And another game with multiple extra base hits. He's got 3 of them in this one. And boy, oh boy, is that a good sign for the Phillies.
Absolutely.
So now they trail it 6-5, and it'll be Alec Boehm to the plate to face Fermin. Don't stop there.
Nope.
And first pitch to Boehm, swung on, line drive back up the middle, but there is Rengifo, the second baseman, behind the bag to make the play and over to first in time to get the out. Boehm hit it hard and back up the middle, but pretty good defensive placement right there for the Angels, 1 out.
Yeah, that was hit hard and got the mound and made it an easy play for the second baseman, Rengifo.
So that'll bring Nick Castellanos to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked twice and grounded out to shortstop. And the first pitch to Castellanos, big swing, no contact. It's 0-1.
We had a pitch to hit there. I was right down the middle, center cut.
Next pitch to Castellanos, and that is a one-hopper to the shortstop Neto, who off the back foot throws across the diamond in time to get Castellanos 2 outs. So 6-3 goes the put out, and that's 2 quick outs after the home run by Harper. And it'll bring Brandon Marsh to the plate with 2 outs. Marsh 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch is a little bit high for a ball, maybe a little bit outside as well. So 1-0 to Brandon Marsh.
Bill's getting action in the bullpen. Kirkering.
Pitch to Marsh, outside for a ball, 2-0. Well, JT Realmuto, who's been their most consistent hitter over the last month, waits on deck. Phillies need some base runners. See what Marsh can do. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. And that one catches a piece of the outside. That one was outside. Called a strike.
Especially a breaking ball when it doesn't get back to the corner. I don't know why they call it a strike.
2 balls and a strike now to Marsh. And the pitch. And that one is over for a strike, so it's 2-2. Well, that was a little high as well.
Barely.
I think it caught a piece.
Yep.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Phillies with the run across, but they trail by 1. And the pitch swung on and fouled out of play. So the count stays 2-2 to Brandon Marsh. Fermin comes set. The right-hander's pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So the home run from Bryce Harper, but nothing else as the Phillies close the gap by 1, but we'll head to the 9th inning, and Phil still needs some offense. They trail the Angels 6-5.
Swing for the fences with the Fence Authority. They've been providing the...
I feel like food
and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
CP Rankin Rooftop on Ashburn Alley for the best view in the ballpark. CP Rankin Roofing Experts are a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go Phils!
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball, 94 WIP.
Top of the ninth inning, Phillies trail it by 1. New pitcher for the Phils, right-hander Joe Ross, and he will have to face the top of the lineup for the Angels. 1, 2, 3, Neto, Shawnoel, and Trout. Ross has one job, and that's to keep it right here. Give the Phillies a chance in the ninth.
That's all you can do.
Ross appearing in his 30th game so far this year, 5.40 ERA. He's allowed 47 hits in 41 2/3 innings. First pitch to Neto is hit on the ground foul past the third base bag. Neto 0 for 3 today. He did walk back in the third and scored a run in the fifth after being safe on a fielder's choice. No balls and a strike to Neto. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now to Neto. You want to keep him off the base pass. He's really their only speedy threat.
Yep.
In terms of stolen bases. No balls and 2 strikes. Ross looks in. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play down the first base side into the seats. So count stays 0-2 to Zach Neto. Phillies playing the pull on the infield. Bohm a couple steps off the line down there at third. Harper way off at first. No balls and 2 strikes in the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 1-2. Six runs, 9 hits for the Angels. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Phils. Here in the top of the ninth. And the pitch. And that one is low and outside for a ball. Goes back to the backstop. Count is even 2-2. Two-two pitch upstairs. 3-2 now to Neto. So he had him down 0-2. Now the count runs full. Shawnoel waits on deck. Ross comes set. Glove at the belt. Kicks and the pitch. Swung on. Line drive left field, and that's going to fall in for a hit. And it's going to roll to the corner. Kepler over there to field it, but it's going to be a leadoff double from Zach Neto.
Another extra base hit.
And they have been wearing the Phillies out with those extra base hits. So a runner in scoring position here in the top of the ninth inning, and Nolan Shawnoel will be the batter. You'll have to keep your eyes on him over at second, I would imagine, as well. So Shonowell, left-handed hitter, facing Ross. Ross looks back, checks the runner at second, and the first pitch. And he squares to bunt and fouls it at the plate. Good thought.
Yeah.
For execution. It's 0-1 to Shonowell. Neto gets his lead off second. Turner creeping in behind a bit. Ross checks him again. Now comes to the plate and the pitch, and it's fisted foul over into the Angels dugout down there on third base line.
Now that ball didn't really carry that well.
It's not going
that way. Of course, he hit it off his thumbs, I think.
Yeah. So no balls and 2 strikes to Shonowell. Mike Trout waits on deck. Neto leads off second. And the pitch. Swung on and hit back up the middle. Turner has it behind the second base bag. His only play is over to first. He makes that play. 6-3 goes the putout, but Neto able to move up to third base with just 1 out. So Shonowell gets the job done. And that will bring up Mike Trout. 2 for 4 tonight. Couple of strikeouts, but he also had an RBI single back in the 5th and a double in the 4th. Runner down there at third. An insurance run for the Angels in the first pitch to Trout, down low.
Oh, my goodness. That whole ball's in the corner of that box.
Yeah, just where you're always calling for it, right?
Yeah.
Low and outside, on the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Line drive, and that is a foul ball. Foul ball down the third base line. Wow, that wasn't foul by much.
Whew.
Looked like it kicked up a little chalk, but the third base umpire, Brennan Miller, says nope. We're going to get another look at it on the replay, and
nope, it was foul.
It was, but what, by an inch?
Maybe 2.
Okay.
Inch and a half.
Bo Porter, the third base coach down there for the Angels, is shaking his head. So the count is 1-1 to Trout. And the pitch. And it's upstairs for a ball. Phillies have the infield in, everyone except for Alec Boehm, who's back at third with 1 out. And the 2-1 pitch. That's a little bit high for a ball. 3-1 now to Mike Trout. Neto's the runner at third with 1 out. And the 3-1 pitch. And that's over for a strike, 3-2.
Yeah, but don't throw that one there again.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Trout was taken all the way there. Not sure why he would be, but... So the count goes full to Trout. Runner at third, 1 out. Angels with the 1-run lead. Phillies trying to keep it right there. And the 3-2 pitch. And that's a called third strike. On the outside corner. Trout didn't like it, but it was a strike. And a big strikeout right there from Joe Ross with 2 outs now.
Well, he struck him out on four strikes. And that wasn't even questionable.
Yeah. Not exactly sure what Trout was looking for on either of those 2 pitches.
But 1 more to get.
That's right.
Keep it here.
Taylor Ward will be the batter. He put the Angels on top with a 2-run home run back in the 7th. And the first pitch to Ward is on the outside corner for a strike. Ward homered back in the 7th, the 2-run shot right after a strikeout of Mike Trout. And that pitch on the inside corner. Good pitch right there by Ross. And it's 0-2 now to Taylor Ward. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. Phillies trail by a run. Runner down there at third. No balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Ward. The kick, the pitch, fouled out of play over the Phillies dugout into the net. Count stays 0-2. Ross looks in, gets his sign, glove at the belt. He kicks, the pitch. That's in the dirt. It's 1-2. Phillies play Ward to pull on the infield. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Nice. Check swing. He went around, and that is a final strikeout here in the 9th. So, nice job by Joe Ross to pitch around the leadoff double. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Phillies need a run. They trail 6-5.
Hey, Fightin' Phils fans, every time the Phillies strike out 10 or...
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
If you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain.
With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one. I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Analysis and unfiltered opinion on Phillies Pregame Live.
It is gone!
Then, after the final out, hear from players fresh off the field with Phillies Postgame Live, only on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Your exclusive home for Phillies baseball. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Phillies trail by 1. And the new pitcher for the Angels, 37-year-old right-hander Kenley Jansen, coming in to try and close this out for the Angels. He's had 17 save opportunities this year. He's converted on 16 of them. Appearing in his 39th game this year. He's not allowed to run in the month of July, has Jansen, but no time like the present. And it'll be JT Realmuto to face him first. Realmuto, a couple of hits tonight. He's 2 for 3, a single and a double. And the Phils could use a base runner early in this inning. Or if he chooses to leave the park, that'd be okay too.
Yeah.
Jansen, his first pitch to Realmuto, down low for a ball, 1-0.
Cutter.
Yeah, he only throws that 81% of the time. The 1-0 pitch, and that one's over for a strike.
Oh, come on. Now, you're not going to call this all night long, and that's below the zone. That's below the box, and then you're going to call it a strike.
And JT is
I'm sorry, just
shaking his head.
The inconsistency is remarkable.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swung on, hit it in the air, center field. Adele's going back. He's at the track, but he reaches up. He's going to have room right in front of the warning track to make the out. I think he got that off a little off the end of the bat.
Yeah.
And 1 out. So that'll bring up Max Kepler. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He has been struggling, but 10 home runs on the year. Left-handed hitter facing the right-hander Jansen. And the first pitch swung on and popped up. Shallow center field. Adele going in a couple of steps, and he'll make the catch. And Kepler's going to hear from the fans here as that is a quick out, and it's the second out here in the ninth. And that's going to leave it up to Edmundo Sosa. Checked into the game in the 7th inning for Bryson Stott. Struck out in his only at-bat. Two outs, bottom of the ninth. Phillies need a run. Jansen, first pitch to Sosa. And down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, the crowd here not going away quietly. They start chanting Sosa. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and hit high and slicing foul down the right field line into the seats.
But let's not forget what's slightly better than being in traffic.
Well, that's right. No matter what happens, coming up after tonight, the Friday night roundtable. It is slightly better than traffic. The 1-1 pitch to Sosa. Swung on and hit back up the middle, but Rengifo is there. He's got it on a couple of hops, and he throws over to first in time for the final out. So 4-3 goes the put out, and down go the Phillies to start the second half of the season. The long ball did them in. It's what the Angels have done all year, and they hit a handful of them tonight. Lots of extra base hits, and they outpaced the Phillies 6-5 the final.
Phil's once again in a game 1 for 7 with men in scoring position. Can't get the big hit. That's just the inconsistency of it is strikes again. And get back at it tomorrow behind Taijuan Walker.
That's right. Taijuan Walker on the hill for the Phils tomorrow as they'll look to even up this series because they dropped the first one here tonight. 6-5 is the final. We're back with the totals and a recap right after this.
So, kids are done with school, and it's summertime. For a lot of families, that means family day trips and vacations, and sometimes being in the car for long periods of time. One thing that could ruin that trip is it's hot. You turn on the air conditioning and nothing. No cold air, and even worse, oh